Cool. Cool, this should be okay. Internet is good. And we should be good to go right now. We should be good to go. There we go. There we go. Make sure thumbnail and everything's correct. There we go. We're here for the old watch along. We are here. Nobody obviously in the chat right now, but if you've clicked onto this hours later, you can hear me talking to myself. I cannot believe I'm not able to watch this game because it's currently not on ESPN here. There's nowhere that is showing the game. So yeah, I'd say it'll take a while before we get anyone into this anyway. It'll take a little while because the game is on in 30 minutes, like. My bitrate should be okay, I think. We should be good. We have obviously got a little bit of time to go before the game starts, so yeah, anyone that does happen to be watching this long afterwards, we're going to be good to go. We'll be good to go. If you guys want to watch this while watching the game a bit later, obviously this one's coming out quite late. There we go. We got another concurrent viewer. Shout out to the other one person that's not me that's in here. 3 concurrent viewers. Let's go. Hopefully this is starting to be pushed. Either way, we've still got a little bit of time to go before the game right now. It's getting quite hot in this room I'm in, so let's take off the old Leeds top. Let's take off the Leeds United top and let's wear the NBA 2K19 t-shirt. The Giannis Antetokounmpo one. How is everybody? All 4 people in here. Or 3 people and me. And you guys looking forward to the game? It's all good. Plenty of time for people to trickle in anyway. Before this game starts. That is 7 concurrents now. Unreal, especially coming in before this game. I kind of want to do a bit of a preview of the game, but I'm going to wait until people are actually like in. I'm going to wait till people are actually like, well, there's a lot of people in here. Well, like not even a lot of people, just some people in chat before I start doing some sort of a preview of the game. Because I am by no means the greatest at being interesting with no chat. I will say that, unfortunately. Yeah, 12 viewers. We've got 29 minutes to go till the game. Honestly, and like when it comes to this game right here, I just can't see. First of all, I'm annoyed that I paid for League Pass and I can't watch this game. Like, why can I not watch this game? It's not available in Ireland. Like, could they not just do what they do in the NBA? Where there's no blackouts if you're not in America. What's the point of the blackout? I need ESPN. We don't have ESPN here. I can't just get ESPN. But you know what I can get? I can get Stream East. Hey, how are yous? I'll have to wait until it's over. Hell no, I'm not waiting until it's over to watch this game. Like, it's an actual joke that, like, they don't have it. For the NBA games, if it's being shown on ESPN, literally, it's like, okay, yeah, it's only for America. they make it available after. I couldn't give a flying FUCK if they make it available. It's not available in Ireland. The game is not available to be watched live in Ireland. There's no reason for this. In the NBA, if something's on ESPN or it's blocked regionally or something, if you are not in America, you can still watch it. Because not every game's shown on TV in America, or it's not shown. Like, the NBA makes sure the game can be watched somewhere. No matter where you are, it can be watched somewhere. Most of the time, it's League Pass, if you're not American. Whereas, they literally just treat everywhere like it's America for the WNBA. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. But the game will be watched. That's for certain. The game will be watched. That's all I can say. But yeah, it's say when you watch the 76ers, you only get half the games. The worst part is that, like, I can get every single, because they don't show the Sixers games in Ireland, I can actually get every single game. I can get every single Sixers game, but what I can't do is watch the WNBA games. This is actually the first one I haven't been able to watch, because any of the ones on Prime, thankfully we have Prime here. Like, it's a lot, for a load of them, it's like available on certain things, and it's like, okay, cool. It's not the end of the world, because you can get all the ones in Ireland. But this is the first game that you actually can't watch in Ireland. It's the one game I want to watch, so. Like, why did I spend $30 quid on this League Pass? Like, I spent more than $30. You know what? Maybe I actually will be able to watch it, because I was able to watch all the games yesterday. I was able to watch them all yesterday. Come back after 2 hours, go, no. No. Why would I react late to a game? That's dumb. Why would I do that? I'll find a way to watch the game. I'm not coming back. I'm not watching this game 1 second after it's done. But I think I'll be able to watch it anyway. Like, all the games yesterday that said this, I was able to watch every single one of these games. All the games that said they were on Ion yesterday, I was able to watch them. So maybe it's just a glitch. It is only ESPN right now. Literally, it let me do this. It let me do this. I don't give a damn if they say it's only ESPN. It let me watch every one of these games on League Pass yesterday. I am not in the United States of America. Ion and WNBA works and League Pass. That's how I felt watching it on tape delay. They have a contract with them. I couldn't give a damn. I actually couldn't give a damn. The game's going to be watched. The game is going to be watched. The game is going to be watched. It's not going to be on screen, but it's going to be watched by me live. And Angel Reese has gone all out pregame. It is going to be watched live by me, and it will be reacted to live on this stream. I will find a way to do it, whether that be through ESPN, pray that the League Pass just somehow works because I'm based in the Republic of Ireland, or alternate means. I'll be fine. I'll be grand. ESPN is the only way. Have you ever been on the internet before? Have you ever? I'm guessing you've never been on the internet before, and that's fine. Let's go, Fever, man! If the Fever win, I would be so shocked. Like, the Fever are incompetent. They're actually incompetent. I'm not lying. Everything about the Indiana Fever is incompetent. Their roster construction is incompetent. Their freaking half their players are struggling. Their coach has never. It's their. You know that it's Christy Side's first ever head coaching job. She was an assistant coach for 22 years or something. She was an assistant coach in high school, an assistant coach in college, and an assistant coach in WNBA. It was her first head coaching job. Like, they are fully incompetent. Their GM is incompetent. Kelsey Mitchell has never seen a shot she doesn't like. Kelsey Porter Jr. Aaliyah Boston will be really, really good WNBA player. She just underestimated the 8-month off season. Unfortunately, did not show up in shape. And that can happen once. For a player like of what level Aaliyah Boston's going to be, which is going to be a star in the league, you're allowed to show up out of shape once. Because especially in your first year when you just miss, like when you underestimate the off season. But Nalissa Smith is fine. And by fine, I mean fine. Wallace sucks. Look, Grace Berger is not bad. She's not the answer. Katie Lou hit a few shots in garbage time, but has struggled otherwise this season. But not terrible. How garbage must Saxton and Celeste Taylor be? How bad do they think? Both does Christy Sides think both of them are to not play them. And Lexi Hull, I don't think is very good either. Glad I found something to do outside of my team. Yes, screw my team. Screw my team. It's actually it's awful. What's your take on the new expansion teams coming? You'll see. Like, it's an expansion team. It is what it is. Like, the Golden State one's going to be interesting because they're probably going to get money quick. Like, if you're Golden State and you can get money quick, like, you're in good shape. And that's all you can really, like, hope for. So I'm going to see if I can get this game up. I want the lowest bit rate possible. Cardoso's back, which is interesting. That makes things very, very interesting seeing Cardoso back in this game. Angel Reese has gone all out for pregame here. She has gone all out for pregame. But yeah, it's a... Wait, the chat isn't showing up here, is it? Morning, lads. How are you guys? How is everybody? There we go. Indiana Fever need a new coach now. I agree. They absolutely, like, 1 million and 1,000,000% need a new coach. Like, Christy Sides is not competent. Like, it's not that she's, like, I think she would actually struggle coaching a high school team. I'm genuinely being serious. I think she would struggle coaching a high school team. I think about Tammy's injury, she's the only player that runs in a straight line. She runs hard. So it's a lot to be said for someone that runs hard. Like, look, when it comes to the Indiana Fever, they win more games than new coach. They won't win that many more games, to be honest. They're not going to be a playoff team. So, as much as I hate to say it, like, I actually think if you just surrounded, if you just put it, the Iowa team is better than this Fever team. Like, Iowa, look, like, the Iowa team would win about 5 games in WNBA. Keep the beard growing till the end of the season. No, it's getting shaved tonight, unfortunately. Like, this isn't 2021. I can't make $1,000 shaving this beard in a 2K wager anymore. I can't get 10,000 people watching me live shaving my beard anymore. Like, concurrently 10,000 people. Like, I'm not that guy anymore, so the beard's going soon. Because it's just uncomfortable. Just itchy. They'd win more games. They could play any form of defense. I mean, yeah, but, like, that's a system thing. They don't have any good individual defenders, so you got to be a good system defender. You know, they're not that either. I do think though the Fever are. What do you got? Who do you got for the finals? At Dallas in 6. Wallace and Smith are bad defensive players. Wallace is a bad defender. Smith's a bad defender. Clark is a bad defender. Boston's fine as a defender. Like, not spectacular. Fine. Samuelson's a fine defender. Not good. Fine. Wheeler is not a good defender. Not horrifically awful, but not good. I'm trying to think who else there is. Mitchell's not a good defender. Like, they are... Like, they've surrounded Caitlin Clark with a bunch of no 3 and no D players. Like, people talk about 3 and D players. No. The Indiana Fever are no 3 and no D. Like, that's the best way to describe this team. Is there an entire team of no 3 and no D players? But I think today, when it comes to the Fever, it's the first time we're going to see the blitz not working. Like, I cannot see the blitz working at all. Because you've got, like... Because you don't have that rim protector. If the refs do their job as Fever win, they call stupid fouls. Coach Sides thinks, well, no, I mean, Sides brought Wallace from Atlanta. So you do realize that Wheeler and Wallace, like... Christy Sides brought both of those with her when she got the head coach job. Lease is the kind of coach Fever needs. Yeah, but they don't have the players. Do they draft player 17? Yeah, I think they take Brownie. I'm not going to lie. I think the whole Phoenix Suns thing is a smokescreen to get Brownie in the first round. Angel Reese over or under? If you are asking me for a prediction, I'm going to say over. If you are asking me that based on what you are going to bet, do not gamble. And that's the one thing you'll never see from this channel, is I will say is, like, I'm never going to take a gambling ad. Like, you're never going to see me promoting DraftKings, Prize Picks, any of those, because I'm so anti-gambling. If you guys are wondering, I'm going to make a video on it again. I think it genuinely is going to be one of the it's one of the worst things in all of sports media. So, yeah, you will never see anything gambling promoted on this channel. If you enjoy it, fair enough, but, like, it won't be promoted by me. The refs and coach are against Caitlin Clark. I'm not going to say the coach is against her. I just think she's incompetent. You can tell with 2K are turning the players. I think the NBA are turning their viewers into gamblers too. It's scary. It's actually scary. And, like, the repercussions of it all is not going to be seen for a few years. The Sky are only minus 1.5 though. So, like, Vegas think there's going to be a game. Clark, I will say this though. Clark is the better of the two. I must say, love Reese. Caitlin Clark is better than Angel Reese. Like, Caitlin Clark's haters is one of the funniest things ever. It's literally like, the logic is like, Caitlin Clark's not ready for the league. You could see her teammate Kate Martin's more ready for the league. Man, Kate Martin just stands there and shoots. She plays defense and shoots open shots. But, like, fair play. Like, it's a lot easier to transition to a higher level if you are a role player. Like, it's mad. It's mad. They're like, people are acting like a ball dominant rookies being careless with the ball isn't normal. Like, of course, like, she's going to be a bit careless with the ball. Of course, a player who has the ball in her hand as much as Clark does, gets doubled as much as Clark does, is going to make more mistakes. Of course someone's going to do that. Like, it doesn't, like, why are people saying, like, looking at the negatives? Of course, a rookie who has the ball and is the most double-teamed player in the league, heck, triple-teamed half the times, has so much gravity that people deny her instead of shooting the second free throw. The amount of times you've seen Caitlin Clark come off a curl and them give up open layups instead of giving up a 3-point shot for Caitlin Clark. Like, other teams will literally give up an open layup instead of giving her a shot. Angel Reese, a two-way player. You're going with Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a hustle player. She's Joakim Noah, and that's not a knock on Angel Reese. Angel Reese is probably fits in better. She is a glue guy. And Angel Reese is a one-way player. A 1.5-way player. Angel Reese is an exceptional defender. And I mean it. She is an exceptional defender. Game at 1 p.m. What are you talking about? Angel Reese would fit good in Fever. Yeah, she would. But she would fit unbelievably well with Caitlin Clark. I think the two of their games complement each other exceptionally well. Like, Angel Reese's offensive game is rebounding. Like, she's the best at it. She's the best at it in the league. She is one of the best defenders in the league. She's not a very good defensive rebounder. Not a terrible defensive rebounder, not a very good one. But she is an unbelievable offensive rebounder. She plays unbelievably hard. She's a versatile defender. She can defend on the perimeter. She's the best defender in the league at those 3-4 hybrids. Your Nafisa Collier's, your what's her name? Breanna Stewart's. Those type of players that are like, they play at the 4, but they're really wings. She's the best defender in the league at guarding them. She's exceptional at what she does. But like, it is exceptional role player. Like, there is Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark on the same team wins a championship. Not this year, but eventually, yeah. Like, I genuinely do think their playstyles fit each other so well. And, like, Angel Reese is Joakim Noah. And, like, look, Joakim Noah was 4th in MVP voting. That is not an insult on Angel Reese. She is Joakim Noah equivalent. And people saying, oh, once she develops a 3-point shot. I'm not going to lie. Her hands clap off each other as she shoots. That's not happening. But she can shoot the free throws really well. I've watched every team play in this league at least twice. I've watched every single Fever game. I've watched every single Sky game. The only players that are... Noah got first team defense over the D-point. Yeah, was mad. But, like, the only players that I've seen in the league that are without question better than Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Ryan Howard's really good. She's really, really good. And I'm not going to say Arika Gumboale is objectively better. Reese will never develop a 3-point shot, to be honest. But like, in the WNBA, you don't need your 4 to space the floor. So I think she'll be able to play fine with Cardoso, to be honest. So I'm trying to think of like who's just without question better. Because I don't think that, objectively speaking, Sabrina Ionescu is undebatably better than Caitlin Clark. Aja Wilson is undoubtedly better. Nafisa Collier is undoubtedly better than Caitlin Clark. Yeah, but like, it was Candace Park won MVP as a rookie, yeah, but she wasn't in a league where what's her name exists, where Aja Wilson exists. Breanna Stewart is better than Caitlin Clark. I know Breanna Stewart hasn't had the greatest end to last season or season this year. Breanna Stewart is a better basketball player than Caitlin Clark. Neko Wumake is better than Caitlin Clark. Jewel Lloyd is better than Caitlin Clark. What's her name is better than Caitlin. Is Aja Wilson by so much the best player. Like, she's a walking 25 and 15. By so much. And she's the best defender in the league. Like, from watching every team play multiple times, there are 10 to 15 players in the league, at most, that are, without question, better than Caitlin Clark. But I will say, when it comes to Angel Reese, is I don't know how many better players there are at what Angel Reese does. Why are they hating on Caitlin Clark? They're competitors. Like, what do you expect? They're competitors. They're going to want to beat her. I don't think they hate Caitlin Clark. If you've seen what Breanna Stewart said about her, I don't think they hate Caitlin Clark. They just want to beat her. And that's fine. They're just, like... They're obviously seeing all the like hype that she's getting, and they want to beat her by as much as possible. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, to be honest. So obviously the game's starting in 8 minutes now. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with trying to beat somebody. And is there a bit of resentment there? Maybe in some players, but like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Caitlin Clark's got to work. She's a post that can run the floor like Hannah Stuckey. I mean, she had it in Fight Bentley. She's got to work on defense. I will say, when it comes to her defense, is that she's good at aspects of defense. She's a very, very good help side defender. She gets in passing lanes well. Like, she's a Curry type defender. The problem is that when you're that type of a defender, and you have to be surrounded with good defenders to hide. The problem is that she's surrounded with bad defenders. So, like, she's starting out a game guarding Skylar Diggins. And you're like, that's just dumb. That's just dumb. But they can't not put her on Skylar Diggins. Because if she's not on Skylar Diggins, she's on the small forward who's just going to kill her. Like, today, I don't know who she's going to start on. Because Diamond Shields is going to cook her. Mabry is going to cook her. And Carter is going to cook her. I don't know who she's meant to start on. And what happens if Clark gets fed up and leaves the WNBA? She's not going to. Why would she get fed up? Why would she get fed up? She's one of the best. She's one of the best guards in this league. Why would she get fed up and quit? The attention she's getting in comparison to anyone else, but it's like, oh, the Shields is out. Ooh. Now that changes things. That might mean Caitlin Clark can hide a little bit. Do you think she'll play in the Big Three? No. I think she'll play in the 3-on-3 Women's League. She'll get fed up. No, she won't. Like, I'm just saying this right now. I genuinely do not think Caitlin Clark sees any of this stuff. I'm being dead serious. I actually don't think she sees anything. I don't think she has a breeze what's going on. Like, I think she's annoyed that her teammates suck. Like, I actually think that if you look at Caitlin Clark's being demoralized, I think she's annoyed at the way the way she's fouls are being called on her. And I think she's annoyed that her teammates suck. But, like, other than that, like, I don't actually think she sees any of this crap about her. Like, I don't think she's logging on and watching and listening to Jamel Hill saying that the only reason she's being promoted is because she's straight and white. And I don't think she's watching the opposite end of the spectrum, an Outkick or a Black and White Sports, in making a video attacking Jamel Hill, but pretending it's about Caitlin Clark. Like, I don't think she's involved. I don't think she has any idea of all that crap that's going on. I think she's literally just annoyed at her coach too. Yeah, of course you'd be annoyed at her. She's literally incompetent. Alyssa Pilley, she had a really good game. I don't think she's been struggling to start off. She had a really good game last night. I didn't see it. I think she had a really, really good game last night. Yeah, she had 20 last night. Your one, Van Loo's doing really well, but obviously she's like 30. Minus 90 for season. I mean, almost all of them are minus, to be honest. Their coach is that bad. I mean, it's her first ever head coaching job was in the WNBA. Like, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Imagine your first ever head coaching job being in the WNBA. Like, look at Christy Side's coaching resume. Look at Christy Side's coaching resume. Ruston High School assistant, Louisiana Tech assistant, LSU assistant, Spartak Moscow assistant, Sky assistant, Northwestern assistant, Indiana Fever assistant, Louisiana Monroe assistant, Atlanta Dream assistant, Indiana Fever head coach. Yeah, but Darvin Ham played in the NBA, and he wasn't bad, like. Look, I'll be back in a second. If the Mercury got the number 1 pick, I'm telling you, imagine her beside Taurasi and Copper. Ridiculous. I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark beside Dan Taurasi and Kalia Copper. That team wins the ring. Do I think Paige and Clark could work? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I hate that I can't watch this. They allow the fewest 3-pointers. 336. Oh, I'm like 2 minutes behind. She's not taking 15 shots on that team. No, but she might average like 15 and 12 assists. Imagine all of those like passes that she's throwing out to Wallace to miss every single shot. Imagine if she was throwing those passes to Taurasi. Imagine if she had Kalia Copper running the wing. Her team is trying to keep... Well, I mean, they're obviously trying. Like, no one's ever accused them of not trying. Problem is like... Sometimes they're just not quite good enough. Who's the second best player in the Fever? Aaliyah Boston. Regardless of her fit, if you want to ask who's been their second best player, it's been Temi Fagbentley. Who is their second best player? Aaliyah Boston. Will I be spamming Cooper Flag and Page in the college season? Of course I will. Like, you strike while the iron's hot on YouTube. And this is the whole thing, is like, I love the fact that I'm able to watch basketball. And like right now I'm making enough that if this continues, I'll be able to make a living off this. Like, I love lots of free streams. I mean, what do you think I'm watching? But Rutgers. How many videos am I going to be talking about Rutgers? Like, that's the thing. It's like, you strike while the iron's hot. So, Wembanyama videos for the Olympics are going to be big. Going on Draymond Green might work. And you gotta do what the views are for. And then just, because I'm talking about basketball, like, occasionally I'll make a video on something that won't get views, but that's fine. That's fine. Like, there's draft content for the next month. And then, obviously, WNBA content. And then we go into the Olympics in July and August. Why is spread only 1.5? I mean, I think a lot of people are probably betting on Indiana. Has the game not started yet? Summer League. And then we get into the season. There's college, there's NBA. Then we got free agency at the start of July. Like, you got trades, you got trade deadline. Basketball doesn't stop. Whereas 2K obviously did. Why hasn't this game started yet? What's the single most important adjustment the Fever should make? Gonna be a blowout. I love how, like, as soon as the game's on ESPN, the game starts late. It's actually laughable, though, some of the WNBA stuff, like, it's just late on everything. Well, they need everything. They need a better coach, they need bigs, they need more defenders, they need more shooters. They need everything. Like, the only thing they have is Caitlin Clark. I'm not gonna lie. They need an enforcer. The only thing they have, like, tear down the entire team. Trade everybody. Trade the entire team. Like, keep Caitlin Clark, and that's all you need to do. The box score is just not a thing. Trade the entire team. They need everything. Oh, it works. Why can I watch it? I can watch it on my phone. Why can't I watch it on my computer? Look at this. I told you guys. I can watch the game on my phone. Cool, the game just started. The game just started here. But yeah, it is. So Cardoso is not starting as expected. Aaliyah Boston's in. And Angel Reese almost gets an offensive rebound. Why is Wallace starting? Oh my god, are they... Sports Surge. I don't need Sports Surge. It works. I'm able to watch the game. I'm watching it on League Pass. I'm in Ireland. I'm able to watch it on League Pass. Okay, they blitz Caitlin Clark straight away. Wallace, please hit a jump shot. Oh my god, short. Oh dear lord. Okay, so they are running Caitlin Clark at the 2. And there we go! 28-footer to start the game. Let's go! That's what we want to see. And my League Pass is behind what I'm seeing on the screen right now. I'm at 3-2, but there we go. Mabry goes and hits a shot. That's what we need to start off. And Caitlin Clark, splits it. Come on, Boston. Don't pump fake shoot the ball. You had a layup, Wallace, for 3. Oh my god, you were closer to hitting the backboard than making it. Why is Wallace on the floor? She shot a foot short and then almost shot a wedgie for a second shot. They're not even guarding her. And Angel Reese with an offensive board and makes the layup. So Aaliyah Boston then one end passes up and open layup. On the other end, and she goes and gives up an offensive board to Angel, or Wallace is their best player. Who? Chicago's best player. I agree. Wallace is Chicago's best player. I stand by that. The best player for Chicago is Wallace. Grab the ball, Boston! Oh my god. Thank you for stealing the ball. Nope, Angel Reese goes and wins it. She should have just taken a jump ball there, to be honest. That would have been a better move. Wallace gets it to Mitchell, who can't hit. It's 3 wide open threes missed by the Indiana Fever. Like, what is going on? Angel Reese, even when she's doesn't get the offensive board, she almost gets it. Fever not named Clark. I mean, Wallace just scored a layup. But, yeah, they are very, very Clark-centric. They rely so much on Caitlin Clark. It's not even funny. So I'm looking at I'm trying not to see the box score because the box score is refreshing a little bit faster. than the actual game is. Okay, come on. Nice! Aaliyah Boston with a nice layup. Boston versus Reese got inside the game. I agree. Like, it's 2 each right now. Reese has got 2 offensive boards, I think. But Aaliyah Boston's already passed up an open layup, but she's doing alright, I guess. Mabry is so tough to stop. She just gets buckets. Oh my god, I thought Angel Reese was going to shoot a 3 there. Decent start to the game for the Fever, though. Oh, turnover from Clark. That's not great. Wait, there's a 3? They made a 3, I'm guessing. Is it Caitlin Clark another one? I'm like 10 seconds behind. No, Nalissa Smith for 3. Okay, good start. One second. It's been a decent start to the game. And like, this is the best the Fever have started in a long, long time. That's a nice forward pass. And you know what? Wallace just made a layup. One second. This has been a much better start. Like, a much, much better start right here from the Fever. And they're actually looking like they're playing. Yeah, they're catching long passes. I can't believe it, too. Like, we look at the box score, like, to start the game. Wallace is 2 of 4. Smith's 1 of 2. Aaliyah Boston has made a layup. Caitlin Clark has hit a shot. Only 1 turnover for Clark, albeit only 1 assist. Kelsey Mitchell is doing okay. Like, they're out here scoring 13. Who hit the other 3? Caitlin Clark hit 1. Smith hit 1. Did someone hit a free throw? Wallace, sorry, at the and 1. Yeah. That's what happens when players can catch passes. But yeah, this has been a really good game. It's like an in-season tournament. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is like an IST game. But like, I think the in-season tournament was a great idea for the NBA. I'll triple down on that. I think it was actually a really good idea. Maybe this is why Wallace is in the game. She's ran 2 fast breaks. This is the first time. Is this the first time the Fever have been up by more than 2 points in the first quarter? Is this their biggest first quarter lead? Do you guys think they have a chance at this? They might do it. They might just go and do it. No blitzing. I mean, they tried to blitz straight away. The problem is that, like, they're actually... I will say, Caitlin, or Christy Side's game plans coming into games isn't that bad. It's just, when teams adjust, she doesn't know what to do. They were up big on the Sparks. No, they weren't. Not early. They went up like 7 points in the third quarter on the Sparks. They didn't do it, yeah, I don't think... Like, this is the best they've started off any game, to be honest. This is by far the best they've started off any game. Man, Mabry's so good. Mabry's so good. Oh my god! Caitlin Clark hit a 3 going right! Oh my god! It's a miracle! It's a miracle! She just hit... Okay. Angel Reese tries to make a post move. That did not end well. I love Angel Reese. She's not an offensive player. Unless it's literally one dribble user speed for a layup. You're not going to see much out of her on the offensive end. They have times in every game they look okay, and they have times in every game they look completely incompetent. They really do. Like, there are times when they look fine. Caitlin Clark hitting that big 3 going right is impressive. Is what you need. If Caitlin Clark hits 5 deep 3s in this game, if she hits 5 deep 3s, it doesn't matter what happens. If she hits 5 of those, she's already hit 2, then people are going to keep watching. Oh, take the layup! Oh my god! Get her off the floor. Oh my god, Caitlin Clark threw her the ball for an open layup. She didn't take the open layup, went for a reverse, and missed the open reverse layup. Get Wallace off the floor. Oh my god. They didn't guard her. They literally did not guard her on a layup. She passed one up and then missed. Just please get her off the floor. And she is getting absolutely cooked by Mabry. They're really struggling inside the sky. They're really struggling. Like, they're just basically collapsing in on Angel Reese, and they're collapsing in on Reese and Williams here, and it's actually working really well. Oh, Cardoso's in the game. For Williams, I would assume. And Grace Berger's in the game? Okay. Okay, I hope it's for Wallace. The one thing is Grace Berger does allow you to run sets, a lot more sets with Clark off the ball. No, she's in for... Oh, come on! Smith just blew an open layup too. They're just blowing layups. She's in for Mitchell. Fair enough. That makes more sense on the defensive end. Apologies, lads. I will have to get my camera back in. Cancel. Apologies. My camera's frozen. It will be back in 2 seconds. Add source. Happens sometimes. Can happen sometimes, unfortunately. But the Indiana Fever are actually playing defense right now, which is a shock to anyone who has watched them this season. We're used to the frozen camera. I actually don't know what it is. I genuinely... Like, this could happen 3 times in this stream. Like, it could genuinely happen, like, 6 or 7 times in this stream. That, like, this... It could freeze. I don't know what I can do about it, but it could happen. Indiana playing defense. Yeah, I know. They're actually playing defense. It is a miracle. It's an absolute miracle they're playing defense. Like, Indiana should be up. Should be up at least 10 points right now. Like, they have the blown layups. But, like, they're just packing the paint. Like, I don't understand why Nalissa Smith is guarding Angel Reese on the three-point line. Like, you just don't run her. Like, Nalissa Smith should not be guarding. Oh, good pass, Clark. Please make a layup, Wallace. Take the layup. Oh, my God. She's passed up another one. She passed up another layup. Why is she on the floor? Why is she on the floor? She won't even take layups. It's not even that she's missing them. She won't take them anymore. And they just let Angel Reese go and get an... Oh, not Angel Reese, sorry. Whoever came in for Angel Reese get an and-one. Like, that is from Wallace. Oh, it's a bad foul by Clark. There was no need there. But, Caitlin Clark has had 1 assist. And she would have, like, 4 assists if they could make open layups. They literally can't make open layups. Chicago Sky's best player right now is Kirstie Wallace. And I get it, she's got 5 points. She's still Chicago Sky's best player. Oh my God! Grab the ball. They just gave up an offensive rebound and a free throw without a Chicago Sky player touching the ball. Don't stop defending with your hands. You got so lucky there, Katie Lou. When someone's running straight at you, do not defend with your hands. Oh, big time travel, but like, they got lucky there. Oh my God, they just put Wheeler in the game. They just put max contract Erica Wheeler in the game. They have Wheeler, Berger, and Caitlin Clark out there? Okay, they're actually calling fouls. I like that. They're not letting teams just manhandle them. Oh, yeah. There's no way she makes that. That's a foul! No, it's probably not. I think she just hit the deck. Why did she shoot a step back 30-footer? I mean, fair enough, Caitlin Clark can hit it, but like, I think I jumped the gun saying it was a foul. That was definitely not a foul there. Why would she shoot that? Oh, keep the dribble alive. Of course, when it's not in garbage time, Katie Lou can't hit a shot. Really, really good start to the game by the Indiana Fever. And a brilliant start by Caitlin Clark as well. Like, again, she realistically is 2 of 3. She's 2 of 3 from 3. And she could have... That's a good pass to Cardoso. Cardoso was just huge. Cardoso was just absolutely huge. I'll stand by it, though. Grace Berger is not the answer. Oh, good cut. Great pass. Please hit that one, Katie Lou. Why can you only shoot when it's garbage time? Why can you only shoot? Like, Caitlin Clark cuts. Draws the defender out of the corner and her defender. Free wide open corner 3, and it just is. You just know it's not going in. Pass the ball. Oh. Okay, good job. How do you not get a shot off? How do you not get a shot off in that situation? They put 2 bodies to Clark. She finds an open Katie Lou, who waits a half a second, passes it to an open Erica Wheeler, who passes it to an open Alia Boston, and none of them shot the ball. is this? How are they only up 3? How are they only up by 3 points? Aaliyah Boston's bust. Aaliyah Boston's not a bust. She's just having a bit of a sophomore slump. Obviously underestimated how long the offseason was. They're lucky to be up by 3. They should be up by so much. Like, the Chicago aren't getting the rebounds. That's what they do. That's how they win games from offensive rebounds. They don't shoot a high percentage. They win games through grit and effort, and Indiana are matching their effort. Indiana are missing open layups here. They're missing open layups and open threes. Over the course of the game, Indiana have outworked them. They've played better defense. There's no the fact is they have been that much better. And there's still like, Clark's only taken 3 shots. Clark's been fine. Clark's been good. Caitlin Clark's been good. That was a dumb foul that she made, but she's been really good other than that. The turnover was a pretty dumb pass as well. But again, that's she's been really good. Yeah, this is what is taking Bronny at 70 and do for the Lakers. I mean, it keeps LeBron there. It keeps LeBron there. That's all. That is all. But it's gonna be very, very tough. They should be playing run and gun, not in the half court. Fever can run them down. I agree, but you have to get stops to run and gun. You have to get stops, and you got to get boards to run and gun. Or steals. Like, run and gun revolves live ball turnovers and boards. You don't know how many you're going to get. Ooh, Halliburton's there. Depending on how this channel gets on, I'd 1,000,000%. If Caitlin Clark makes the Olympic squad, I'm going to Paris to watch her play in the Olympics. It could easily be 27-14. I agree. 27-14 would be a fair score for this game, to be honest. And we're looking at 17-14. What is their percentage on uncontested shots? It's low. This is a time maybe you take Clark out of the game, though. You don't want to play her 40. You don't want to do what the Sparks are doing with Hamby and playing her every minute of the game. Oh my god, oh my god! Watching this team when Caitlin Clark does not have the ball in her hands is bad. Aaliyah Boston just dream-shaked into tripping over her own foot and throwing the ball high to 5'7" Erica Wheeler. That was not a smart play. What does this team look like with Clark off the floor? I don't know. I don't know how this team would look without Clark, to be honest. I would be, if I'm the Fever, I genuinely don't think they win a game without Clark this season. Like, I know they won 13 games last year, but like with the shape that Aliyah Boston showed up in this year, I think if you take Caitlin Clark off this Indiana Fever team, they don't win a game. I'd love to say they'd be better without her. I actually don't think they win a game without her. Like, this is the time when I'd give Caitlin Clark a rest. I'd give her a bit of a break. They're not really giving her the ball much. They're not running through her. Wheeler's on the floor. Just put Wheeler and Mitchell on. Let them lose their lead now so that they don't. It's not a late in the game thing. This is where I get her a 3-minute break. Another tanking season. You're acting like the Indiana Fever haven't been tanking since Tamika Catchings left. I don't understand, though, how you can... Like, I get it. The most people that hate Caitlin Clark don't watch the games, and they just count the turnovers. I don't get how you can watch the Fever play and not think that Caitlin Clark's one of the 5 best guards in this league. Like, I don't know how you can watch these games and not think that. They finally scored again, though. That's a travel. Good defense, Caitlin Clark. Great defense, Caitlin Clark. That's all I can say. Great defense there, forcing the turnover on Cardoso. I know, obviously, I'm like literally 15 seconds behind, but... Formulate their opinion based on stats. Oh, yeah, they don't watch the games. They just read the box scores. I'm fully convinced. Nalissa Smith has a wonky jump shot, but it goes in. It genuinely goes... The ball goes in the basket. Why they run their offense through Wheeler? I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know why they run their offense through Wheeler. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. But I will say this. The Sky look much better without Angel Reese on the floor right now. Wait, sorry. Is that Angel Reese 20? No, that's not Angel Reese 20. Clark plays like Jordan Poole. Clark is legitimately a pass-first point guard. She is a pass-first player, which is crazy to say because she scores so many points. She looks to pass before she shoots. That's a terrible pass by Clark, though. Like, how many open three-point shots? Oh, okay, Berger got fouled. I was about to say, I was like, how many open threes are they going to miss? Cardoso's huge. They're better. Like, they look better today without Angel Reese on the floor. Because whoever that number 20 is looks like a bit more of a threat shooting the ball. And Cardoso, they don't have an answer for Cardoso. The Mystics suck. The Mystics are the worst. The Mystics are so much worse than the Fever. Make a free throw, please. Throw it up to Cardoso, yeah. How do you miss all 3 free throws? How do you miss? This is the person that they said was the answer. This was the person that was like, oh, play Grace Berger and they're going to win. Grace Berger's terrible. I'm sorry, how do you miss 3 free throws? How do you go 0 for 3 from the free throw line? We're talking about this mid-range game. Grace Berger's not good. At all. Like, what? She averaged 4 points a game as a rookie. So bleeping what? Good pass, Caitlin. There we go. Yeah, sorry. I'm blind. I just saw the leg sleeve. I'm not going to lie. Like, but that combo of, like, Isabella and Cardoso seemed to work better than Reese and Williams. But they are so reliant on Caitlin Clark. It's not even funny. Like, when Caitlin Clark's not setting something up, nothing happens for the team. Whether it be her shot or an assist, if the ball's not in Caitlin Clark's hand, nothing good happens. Yeah, like, but they game plan like they don't know that. Like, they don't have a secondary option. And look, like, Aaliyah Boston is not as bad now as she was at the start of the year. She's playing her way into shape. But Aaliyah Boston is not playing well this year. I don't get when it's like, when it's an NBA player's playing bad, you're allowed to say an NBA player's bad. If you say Aaliyah Boston's playing bad, people bring up social media. No, let's call a spade a spade. Aaliyah Boston sucked this year. Like, Nalissa Smith has been looking really good the last 2 games she's been back in the lineup. Temi Fagbenle has been good, and that's it. That is it. Aja Wilson's better than Boston. Well, yeah, Aja Wilson's better than everybody. Oh yeah, Aaliyah Boston did not. She did not do anything. There's no way she did anything this offseason. There's absolutely no way she did anything in the offseason. I watched her go toe to toe with Aja Wilson last year as a rookie. But it's so funny. Like, if you look at Twitter and you type in Aaliyah Boston, every comment is like, Aaliyah Boston's only shot 1 shot, the Fever are a joke. And I'm like, are you watching these games? She's passing up open layups. She's tripping over her feet trying to do post moves. Like, you're just looking at the box score and like, oh, Aaliyah Boston's stats aren't, she's only shooting 1 shot. This is a joke. Oh, Caitlin Clark's ruined this team. Are you watching the games? She's awful. She's not awful. Aaliyah Boston's a good basketball player. She's playing terribly. She's playing absolutely terribly. And like, anyone who is lying and saying Aaliyah Boston has not been absolutely garbage this season is just looking for a reason to blame Caitlin Clark for this team not succeeding. If Aaliyah Boston showed up in as good as she was last season, in the shape she was in last season, this team wins games. This team wins games. If they had Rookie of the Year Aaliyah Boston, considering the fact that Nalissa Smith is stepping up when Fagbenle was playing, they're winning games. It's not rocket science to know that they're literally losing close games, and their center, who was Rookie of the Year and was meant to be their superstar, is playing so bad that at times she's almost unplayable. Cardoso great. Of course Cardoso's great. You just give her the ball and she scores. I'm not gonna lie, I'd take Monica Sinano over her. And she never even made a roster. She currently the +1 +- in this game. Their team, have you been watching this game? And look, I'm not saying that she's been unbelievably bad, but considering how good she is supposed to be. So like, Caitlin Clark's in the game, and she's just turned the ball over in the post. And she just turned the ball over in the post. As I'm saying this, the first thing she does is gets the ball inside and turns the ball over in the post. She doesn't affect him. She doesn't do anything. Like, cool. Best case scenario, you can argue the team doesn't lose anything when she's in the game. The team doesn't lose anything. This is a player that's going to make the Olympic squad. What is Kelsey Mitchell doing? Why is she posting up? Oh, okay, it was called a foul. That's not a foul. That is not a foul. Jesus, that's not a foul. Straight to Caitlin Clark. Okay. Mabry's on her. Nice take. She drove on the left side of the floor. Thank you, Caitlin Clark, for showing something. For showing something a bit different. Fair play. You didn't just drive right or shoot a 3-point shot. Fair play. That's what we call him. Why are you fronting Angel Reese? Why are you denying the ball into Angel Reese? She's not going to score. What is this tactics? What is this tactics? Like, why are you three-quarter fronting Angel Reese, who's got no offensive game? Good pass by Mabry. Mabry's so smooth. They just threw the ball into Angel Reese's hands. Who threw that pass? Who threw the steal? Clark did. Okay, fair play. I switched off for a second. I'm like, that just looks like an awful pass. Oh, that's actually just really good by Angel Reese. Give her credit where credit's due. That's actually just really good by Reese. Reese is a brilliant defender. She's an absolutely brilliant defender. The problem is you can't actually take Caitlin Clark off the floor now because they're losing. There we go. Good rebound by Smith. You can burn her every time. What a pass. Shoot the ball! Oh my God, Wallace. Why are you on the floor? You have passed up everything. Aaliyah Boston stinks. Oh my God. First game, WNBA stuff. These are really good players. These are really good basketball players. Obviously, the athleticism's not there with the NBA, but that's just going to happen. Like, that's going to happen. Like, it's... Oh, come on! Kirstie Wallace legitimately cannot play basketball. When Caitlin Clark doesn't have the ball in her hands, this is the worst basketball team I've ever seen. Oh my God, this is a joke. This is a joke. Oh my God, Kelsey Mitchell. What are you doing? Nice, splitting of the trap. Keeping the dribble alive. Okay, I see you. Unlucky with the miss. Fair enough. Please make this shot, Mitchell. There we go! You're a Sky fan. I'm all on Team Fever. I'm all on Team Fever, but I love Angel Reese. I love the Chicago Sky. But I'm all on Team Fever. Just because I think that Caitlin Clark is the most fun player to watch, just because of the pace she plays at. I will say, when Arika Ogunbowale is hot, I'll give her the nod over Caitlin Clark as the most fun player to watch, but just as the pace of play, I'll give it to Clark. Bench Caitlin Clark for these 2 minutes. Please do it. You know what? Does Clark lead the league in minutes? No. No. There are players that play more. But like the one thing I will say is that you cannot watch this game and not realize the best player on the floor is Caitlin Clark. I'm just saying. Oh my god. You miss... If Fagbenley would have 6 points already in this game. Like, Demi would have 6 points. And this would be a game where you're like, okay, they're in good shape. I will say this, Reese has done nothing. Like, whatever the box score says, Angel Reese has done nothing. Is she plus in the plus minus? -5. She's done absolutely nothing in this game. Kirsty Wallace is so bad. I get it, +3 in the plus minus. Grace Berger is not the answer. Katie Lewis does not do much, and I don't even know how they gave Erica Wheeler the max. Like, how she was the 7th highest paid player in the league. You're watching the game, number 3's got to go. Who's number 3? Is number 3 Wallace? Yeah. Oh my god, that pump fake in the open layup was pretty bad. Oh, Cardoso has been the second best player on the floor so far in this game, I will say. Like, the best player on the floor for either team has probably been Caitlin Clark. I actually think when Cardoso's been on the floor, she's been the most effective player. I just don't understand why they won't play Cardoso with Reese. Because, like, Elizabeth Williams isn't doing much. Nalissa Smith's had a really decent game as well. Nalissa Smith, like, she is stepping up and showing, like, what she's made of. Christy Side saying that she didn't see a spot for her in her team last week. She is showing what she's made of here. The last 2 games she's been balling. I like how Caitlin Clark doesn't pick up her dribble nearly as much. And Kelsey Mitchell makes a shot. There we go. When Kelsey Mitchell plays off one dribble, she's so good. When she starts going into this hezzy crossover, all this like 2K dribble spam type basketball, when she goes iso ball, she's terrible. When she plays off one dribble, she's actually very good. That's a good enough double. You can leave Angel Reese. Okay, she hits the shot. You can leave her open. I don't really see the issue with that, to be honest. Like, that's a shot from just outside the key, and it looked uncomfortable. Okay, Aaliyah Boston sets the screen. Caitlin Clark splits it. Good pass to Boston, and Aaliyah Boston bricks. Like, well, how many assists does Caitlin Clark have in this game? Like, if her teammates could make the wide open shots, she has got 4 assists. She should have a double-double. Not a double-double. Because she only has... Well, she have 10 points. No, 8 points. 8 points. She should have 8 points, 8 rebounds at least in this quarter. Or in this half. Like, that has been... Caitlin Clark has been, by a mile, the best player on the floor. For either team, by the way. Like, it's not even a debate. The best player by this much is Caitlin Clark. Mabry's been quiet. I mean, they've done a good job. This is the best Indiana Fever have played defense in a long, long time. But it's like, even what's she, -7 for Angel Reese? -7 on the floor, 2 of 6 from the field, 4 boards, 1 As I said, she doesn't get many defensive boards. I will say Cardoso needs to be on the floor more. Like, Cardoso and Harrison, this combination, like Cardoso 3 of 3, Harrison 1 of 2, like, this combination at the 4-5 has been so much better than Williams and Angel Reese. Like, there's absolute, like, I get it's their first game back, but if they want to win the game, they need to play Cardoso more. Which team takes Zach LaVine's contract? I have absolutely no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. Who I got in the NBA Finals? I got Dallas. Like, in the last 2 games, she's been screaming on the sidelines. You know what? What's wrong with going mad on the sidelines? Clearly, her being silent wasn't working. If she's able to get anything out of her team, keep her job. She's got to get fired. She's terrible. She's a terrible coach, but, like, I don't mind showing emotion because her doing nothing wasn't helping. And do Fever have plays designed to go to Clark? They do. They do. Like, they run that stagger screen pretty well. Basically, they run the stagger screen to try stop the blitz. Because if you blitz off the stagger screen, it means that you're kind of screwed. Because if you blitz that, all the player has to do is dart to the basket, and it makes the pass a lot easier. Because instead of having to make a tough pass through hands, all she has to do is hit the pass. Or all she has to do is hit the second screener with the pass, and they can make a high-low dump-down pass. So basically, there are sets that have been put in to try stop the blitz. Especially going down right, because she is a better passer going right, which I kind of get. But that's basically what they're running to try put sets. They're also running her off multiple pin downs. And if anything, like, she's not getting much off that, but the gravity of them sending a lot of the time, they're not only... the way they're defending her off pin downs is... They are, one person's jumping the lane. Whoever sets the screen is jumping the lane, and then whoever is guarding her is following. So basically, it leaves her open for the curl, and if she curls, someone else can be wide open for 3. And if they do jump the lane, and whoever's being guarded by the person who is jumping the lane, the screener, they dive to the basket, they're going to be open. So a lot of the sets for Caitlin Clark are not necessarily... They are to get Caitlin Clark open, but with the way they're defending, it's actually getting other players open. So I actually do... You're all for Clark retiring from the WNBA. Why would she retire from the WNBA? Like, she's already hit like 2. Yeah, the Indiana Fever have stopped running. Tired. Yeah, Grace Berger's not good. I will say, like, Grace Berger is not very good. She's fine. But, like, I think Erica Wheeler sucks. Erica Wheeler is better than Grace Berger. It's just the truth. Whatever happened to Tasha Cloud? She's still playing, isn't she? Played horrible. Like, bad games are bad games. I would say play Celeste Taylor. Like, I actually don't think she can be worse. She can be worse than what's on the floor at times. I genuinely don't. Like, Taylor can play. She was good in college at least. The worst part is that everyone's saying, oh, they should have taken Kate Martin. Even if they took Kate Martin, they wouldn't play Kate Martin. She'd be riding the bench. I gotta make a video on the Mavs win. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of NBA stuff. Soon. A lot of NBA stuff soon. Because a lot of my NBA stuff is like mock drafts and stuff. And one of the big reasons why I wasn't making that type of content was because it was just taking me too long. Any video that wasn't literally just me putting a picture beside me when I was on holidays, I could not make. Even the Sparks of Rickea Jackson and Rickea Jackson's really good. Take Boston off, play Smith center. Either way, they're collapsing down. Like, I'm not like entirely sure on that. You see, is my actual camera? Nope. It is very, very annoying that this camera got my actual camera setting got froze. So I'm hoping that this one's all right. My actual camera angle, slightly better than this one, is not been working. But take Boston off. Like, you do realize that what the Sky do is rebound really well. Like, the Sky rebound exceptionally well. So, if you go ultra small against the Sky, you're going to be murdered. Like, you're going to be murdered. Caitlin Clark is probably one of the, at worst, a top 10 guard in the league. At best, a top 5 guard in the league. Like, what guards are better than Caitlin Clark? Jewel Lloyd is better than Caitlin Clark, as far as guards are concerned. From what I've seen, Jewel Lloyd is undoubtedly better than Caitlin Clark. Is Skylar Diggins better than Caitlin Clark? I don't know. Is Sabrina Ionescu better than Caitlin Clark? I don't know. Is Diana Taurasi better than Caitlin Clark? No. Not right now. Historically, sure. Not right now. Is Jackie Young over... I would put Jackie Young over Caitlin Clark, but it's not like a definitive yes. It's like a... On any given day, Jackie Young can be better, and on any given day, Caitlin Clark can be better. Like... I would say, as great as Jackie Young's been, Chelsea Gray when she's healthy is better than Caitlin Clark. I'll give you that one. When Chelsea Gray is healthy, she's better than Clark. Is Kelsey Plum better than Caitlin Clark? I don't think so. Is Ionescu? Maybe. Jackie Young's really good, but I've watched them play a few times. I think if you swap out Jackie Young for Caitlin Clark, I don't know if it makes the Aces any worse. I'm not sure it does. Maybe I'm delusional with that one. Clark's not game. I mean, Jackie Young also did suck as a rookie, and to be fair, so did what are you doing? Like what are you actually doing? Like, what is the point? Like, what is actually the point? Like, what relevance is all this stuff? Put Clark on the Liberty or Sun, and she's dropping 16 assists, 30 a game. She'll probably drop. 15 assists a game is not out of round possibility. No, she'd average a double-double. Where's the trade deadline? Late enough, I think. Like, from what I've seen, the only guard that I would take this season 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 over Caitlin Clark is Joe Lloyd. That's the only. They're the only guards. Borussia Dortmund or Real. I mean, I'm fully on team Dortmund. I love Dortmund. And then they literally got a weapon sponsorship. And you're like, no, just don't do that. Don't do that. Do I think Clark is better than Ionescu? She doesn't shoot the ball. Sabrina shoots the ball better. No, the refs are playing this game fine. Like, they're actually refereeing it like it's a basketball game, which is good. But Sabrina's a better shooter. Caitlin Clark is a better passer. And, like, Sabrina's kind of a 1-2 hybrid. Why on earth is Mitchell out there? When Mitchell plays off one dribble, she's really good. Like, her first step is stupidly fast. So, like, when she's able to just go one dribble by someone to the layup, or when she's, like, one dribble pull-up or wide open shot, she's fine. When she starts going into that dribble game, she misses every single time. Sabrina's a better defender than Clark. She's a better on-ball defender than Clark. Clark is a really, really good off-ball defender. She gets her hand. She plays passing lanes really well, and she's a very good weak side shot blocker. Caitlin Clark will be better than Sabrina. Caitlin Clark is going to be barring injuries, Caitlin Clark is going to be one of the 30 greatest women to ever play the sport. Like, because eventually the, like, Caitlin Clark hype train is going to die down. This blitzing and this double teaming is probably going to stop. Her teammates are going to become more competent over the years. I think she's going to have a 25-10 season. And that's not crazy to say. That Caitlin Clark, with better teammates and a few more years getting used to the league, could average 25-10. Top 30 of all time, yeah. She could be she will be the best woman ever, barring injuries. I think it's hard to say that because of the longevity of Taurasi. Taurasi's played 20 years. As great as higher than 30. But, like, who would you consider the 30th best of all time? Like, Taurasi's not an exciting player. It doesn't matter. A'ja Wilson's not an exciting player, and she's on her way to being the GOAT. Like, she's one of the, like, I'm trying to think of who are Like, if you're looking at, like, how many MVPs there's been. Like, she's unbelievable. She's unbelievable as a rookie. But it's like, will she have a better career than no one watches Diana Taurasi and A'ja Wilson? Yeah, no one wanted to watch Tim Duncan either. He's still top 5 of all time. Like, why does that matter? No one cared about Tim Duncan. Like, Tim Duncan, there are some people that legitimately argue Tim Duncan's the GOAT. Where do I rank Candace Parker? Like, Candace Parker's in that, like, there or thereabouts GOAT conversation. Actually, you watch Tim Duncan. Well, plenty of people watch A'ja Wilson too. Nalissa Smith. Like, wow. Taurasi's played bad this season. Well, yeah, she's like 40. What, is she 40? She 40? I wish the Mercury had got the #1 pick. No, sorry, she's 42. Like, oh, Kelsey Mitchell just took 5 dribbles. Of course, she misses the layup off her 5th dribble. Caitlin Clark's played good defense here. That's really good defense there on Mabry. Push the floor. That's a bad pass. That's a real bad pass. Wow. Good defense, Boston. Caitlin Clark is still careless with the ball. Oh, there's no way, right? Fair enough. I think she's had an all-around really good game. She's not scoring particularly well. Well, she's shooting like just under. What's she, she's shooting 37? 3 of 8 or 3 of 7 from field right now? The 5th pick got you 2.5 points. I mean, their 5th pick last year is riding the end of the bench. They're not even playing Lou. Like, Lou's a sniper and they're not even playing her. Oh, that's not great. That's a turnover. That's a turnover for the first time this year. Someone else has turned the ball over when it actually realistically was Caitlin Clark. Been an alright game so far. Like, this game's... Do I think I could do a better job in the Fever? Damn, 4 turnovers from Clark. Are you watching the game? Like... Like, I love that people are like, oh, she's first in turnovers. Like, you can't lead the league in turnovers and do anything. I'm like, man, Russell Westbrook, I'm pretty sure. Or sorry, no, not Westbrook, Harden. The year when some people thought Harden should have won MVP in 2017. Harden literally set the all-time record for turnovers. He has the all-time season record for turnovers in a year where people said he should have won MVP. The Dream are going to be trouble, man. The Dream are a good team. But at the same time, like, the Dream played well and the Aces played terribly, and the Aces still nearly won the game. Like, when Chelsea Gray comes back, it's over. Rookie with a high turnover rate, shocker. Oh. Yeah, rookie's being careless with the ball. Absolutely shocker. Oh my god. Kirstie Wallace cannot play basketball. Thoughts on the Connecticut Sun? They're probably not going to win the title, but they're probably going to have the best regular season record. The problem is, who do you put on for Wallace? Erica Wheeler sucks. Erica Wheeler's terrible. Grace Berger's not very good. Like, I will say this. Lexi Hull cannot be worse than Wallace. She just can't be worse than Wallace. And like, Mabry is getting whatever she wants. Good rebound there by Angel Reese. Angel Reese is the worst offensive player I've ever seen. Am I watching the game? Like, I'm in Ireland. For some reason, it's just not letting me watch it on my computer. But it's letting me watch it on my phone. Mabry is getting whatever shot she wants right here. What a... Oh, I thought that was a pass. That's not a good pass there. Okay. Shoot the ball, Boston! Good pass, Clark. What are you doing? Thank you! Is that a 5th assist for Caitlin Clark? They did give it to Caitlin Clark, yeah. Angel Reese is so good at what she does, but like, the way Twitter talks about her, you would think that like she's a superstar and not just a damn good role player. She brings the ball low. She releases the ball from like here on her layups. It's really weird. Like, I don't... And like, even when she was in LSU, I know she was putting up like... She was putting up points. Oh, come on. Oh my God, Wallace! You missed another one! And one! Oh, it's not a foul. Caitlin Clark! He has 5 assists. Wallace literally can't make layups. She's missed 2 open layups off that same inbound play. Nalissa Smith, where has this defense been all year? Take it to the basket. Oh, Mabry can't do anything to stop that. Wallace is so bad. Oh my God. Nalissa Smith, where has this been all year? Kirstie Wallace is Chicago's best player. I will say both teams have been okay for as far as timeouts wise goes. The only thing is that if you are the like Chrissy sides, I think you play Caitlin the whole game today and you just rest her tomorrow. Like, you're not beating the Liberty. Sit her in that game. Reese will be fine. Should be an all-star. I agree, but I also agree that she'll be an all-star because her name is Angel Reese rather than the play. I think she's fine. Like, I really like Angel Reese. I've made multiple videos saying that Angel Reese is, like, unbelievable what she does. But, like, Cardoso's better than Angel Reese. Elizabeth Williams is as good as Angel Reese. But she'll be an all-star because she's Angel Reese. And you know what? Like, her defense is exceptional. Like, Angel Reese is like, she's an unbelievable glue guy. But it's like, I've never seen Twitter hype a glue guy so much. And this is a man who loves Boris Diaw, by the way. This is a man who thinks Boris Diaw should have won Finals MVP in 2014. They need to go to 40. They play 40 games. They play 40 games in like 4 months, Cabrillo. Do you want to kill the players? They play 40 games in 4 months and then half of them have to go overseas. Liberty's a high-profile game as well. Just sit her in that. You're going to lose. And it's the 3rd time playing the Liberty this year, and they've been beaten badly twice. Cabrillo, are you going to be here for the rest of the stream? I might mod you. There's an Olympic break. Yeah, like, they're going to be dead. They're going to be absolutely, like, dead this year. Fever seems to be missing an identity. I agree. I agree. They have all the talent in the world. Like, they legitimately have a very, very talented team. I don't think anyone can really argue against that. It is a very talented team. Eight more minutes a game isn't killing them. Like, what relevance is that? I think 48 minutes is too much for an NBA game. NBA is the only league in the world that plays 48 minutes. And it's the only league in the world that thinks there plays 82 games a year is smart. Good board. Go downhill. Go downhill. Okay. Good pass. Shoot the ball, Boston! Like, why is it that when it's garbage time, you turn into freaking the best pick and pop shooter in the league? Oh, Clark's struggling on those deep threes, though. And you will not shoot it when it's not garbage time. Keep going. Oh, you had it. You had her beat. Oh, that's now that's a bit of a cheap shot. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit of a cheap shot there. Right call by the referee, but as soon as she sees the shot going up, she shoved there. Good pass. Good extra pass by Boston. Oh my god. She airballed by about 4 feet left. Aaliyah Boston's all around. Oh my god, as I say that, she just throws the ball to nobody. Like, what has happened to Aaliyah Boston? And Mabry again gets literally whatever shot she wants on Wallace. Wallace can't play defense, she can't play offense, and she won't take layups. Oh yeah, Caitlin. Keep the dribble alive. Good job drawing the foul. That's hard. Oh, she does not look right. No, she's good. That looked like a... No, she's been pulled. Not intentional, but dead leg. Ooh. Oh no, she's out of the game. How many points are the Fever going to be down by the time she goes back in the game? They're up 1. Oh my god. The fact that Aaliyah Boston kept Camila Cardoso on the bench at South Carolina. Like, that's mental. Oh, and she fumbles the ball. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's not a foul. She just threw the ball so far. She airballed so far right that it went right of the backboard. There we go. Good take, Mitchell. All right, they're winning the non-Caitlin Clark minutes right now. Sun versus Liberty. I think the Sun going to beat them. Wheeler's terrible. Like, she actually does not do anything. All right, I'm one, Wallace. You could do that, but you can't make a layup. All right. Fair play. Didn't think she had that one in her. Caitlin Clark was holding them back. I mean, I don't think Caitlin Clark was making Wallace miss open layups. As she pump faked an open layup. Cardoso's been, other than Caitlin Clark, Cardoso's been the best player on the floor. She has changed everything for Chicago. I just don't know why they're not playing Cardoso with Reese. Like, Cardoso's the better of the two. She's definitely the better player. Oh my god, she's just so big. Just give Cardoso the ball near the basket and she'll score. I'm telling you, once Kelsey Mitchell takes a third dribble, the ball does not go in. 2 dribbles or less, she's good. Once she takes that third dribble, there's no chance. Why is Wheeler guarding Mabry? And you see there, 1 dribble, easy layup. They're up by 4. Is Williams acting like Elizabeth Williams? Yeah, she's played a good bit. But they're literally... Good defense, Boston. In fairness to Aaliyah Boston, like, her, she's a good defender. Caitlin Clark back in the game. Oh, that's not a foul. You spent $650 to see the Fever? That's a wild amount of money. I'm pretty sure it was only like $30 to get into this. Oh, that is a foul. That is a foul. That's my bad. I don't understand why Aaliyah Boston was complaining about that one. Like, this is the game, and tickets were there was a ticket for $30. You can't take Boston out of the game because they don't have anything else that resembles a post player. Like, they're giving Smith a rest right now, and they don't have another center. That's a terrible pass into Boston there. Oh my god! Thank god that was a foul. Oh my god. I thought she just missed. Okay, it was a foul. Okay. I thought she just thrown the ball off the wrong side of the corner of the backboard. She's okay. She's okay. Boston's going to make her free throws. She's not going to do a Grace Berger and miss both. Makes the first. There we go. Ticket prices are insane. I literally sat like near courtside years ago to see the Warriors in Nets, and it was like $200. And this is only like 6. It was when the first year of the KD Warriors, so 2017. So it's only like 7 years ago. That's a foul. How is that not a foul? No turnover, thank God, but shoot the ball, Boston. Oh, nice fake. Grab the board. Don't miss another layup. Good rebound. Don't miss a third layup. Oh my God, Boston, don't not a fourth one. Thank you. Only took you 4 tries to score a layup. It's actually decent defense by Mitchell. Good help there by Katie Lou. Nice pull-up. Oh! That's a... How is that not a flagrant? She literally just... What? There's no way that that's a common foul. There's no way that they just called that as a common foul. The ball wasn't in bounds. She just rammed it over the shoulder. They did not just call that a common foul. There is no way that they're not even reviewing that. There's no way that's not... There's no way that that's a common foul. She just ran after her, said something to her, and... How is that a common foul? There is no way... Okay, yeah, there we go. No, it's not a common foul. No, like... That's a tech? That's only a tech? You only get 1 free throw for that. Oh my God. Burn Cardoso. You can burn her on the blitz. Good pass. Shoot the ball. Wheeler, please make the shot. Nope. And is that Angel Reese? The first thing Angel Reese does is go up and hug your one for the cheap shot. Oh, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. I'm just saying, that's not a good look. That's not a good look, Angel Reese. I'm sorry. I love Angel Reese, the basketball player. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Patting your teammate on the back after cheap shotting an opponent. Congratulating your opponent for a dirty play. And like, that's not the first thing she had done. That's not the first thing that happened to Caitlin Clark. Like, she's been cheap shotted 2 or 3 times. Like, we can't forget this was called as a common foul. After the play, she's taken a layup and got shoved. That this was called as a non-shooting common foul. This right here. That is a dangerous play. That is a dangerous play. That's not a good look, Angel Reese. I'm sorry, that's not a good look. I love Angel Reese. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. I'm not gonna say anything more than that because it'll be misconstrued and like, Rasheed Wallace says the 04 Pistons will beat up. Yeah, if your argument for who'll win a basketball game is not basketball related, saying, oh, we'll beat them up. Like, why do I love she has an attitude problem? No, she doesn't have an attitude problem. Like, come on. Like, you cannot say she has an attitude problem. Like, everything, if a male basketball player had the same drive and tenacity that Angel Reese had, it would be a positive. She does not have an attitude problem. Like, I'm sorry, she does not have an attitude problem. I do not care. I don't care what anyone says. And like, I will fully say this right there. Congratulating your teammate for a cheap shot is not a good look. But come on, she does not have an attitude problem. And like, going any further to say that one specific scenario might have been a bit bad judgment is the furthest you can say on that. Angel Reese, her attitude towards the sport of basketball, her attitude towards her teammates is incredibly good. She does not have an attitude problem. She has hate in her blood for Caitlin Clark. There's a rivalry there. There is a rivalry there. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I can guarantee you that, like, the two of them at some stage will probably end up playing with each other and be great teammates. I can guarantee you off the floor they probably don't hate each other. There's definitely some sort of Magic and Bird, like, mutual respect there. But it's a bad look, but that's all it is. I really, really, really hope the Fever win from this. And also, why... Oh, what a pass by Clark. Good job by Alyssa Smith, who misses the open layup. Are you joking me? Oh my God, stop missing open layups. Alyssa Smith's been brilliant. Just stop missing open layups. It's a jump ball instead of 2 points. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know who Baby Gronk is. Why are you fouling Angel Reese? She's going to miss the layup. Why are you fouling Angel Reese? She is literally going to miss every single layup. Just don't foul her. She shoots free throws. How dumb do you have to be to leave a hand in on someone who's going to miss the layup? Like, what? Is there no scouting reports or something in this league? Why are you putting your hand in on Angel Reese? She is going to hit the free throws. She cannot make layups. She knows how to get to the line. I agree. Terrible scouting. Terrible scouting report. Samuelson, finally! She hit a shot that wasn't in. Garbage time. Did you see Reese said she hugged her? Your wife is a serious Caitlin Clark stan. I mean, there are a lot of... Like, you see right there. Angel Reese has just missed 2 layups. You don't need a fouler. Caitlin Clark stan. I mean, there's a lot of people that are Caitlin Clark stans. I'm not going to lie. To say I'm one is a bit of an understatement. I just really, really like Angel Reese too. And I don't, like, as somebody that does not have a team yet, I can really like 2 players. I've got no, like, commitment. Your wife is done with Reese. Until she's on the team you support. Like, if Angel Reese is on your team, you'll love Angel Reese. What's left on the shot clock there? Reese is Reese is one of the worst offensive players I've ever seen. Oh, shot clock violation, that was it. Reese is a terrible offensive player. Like, legitimately a terrible offensive player. Oh, Caitlin, that's not a good foul. I thought I liked Reese. Yeah. There's a difference between me saying that I like a player and saying they're good at everything. Like, Caitlin Clark's not a very good defender. I really think Caitlin Clark's one of the better guards in the league. I think Angel Reese is one of the worst offensive players I've ever seen. Doesn't mean I don't think Angel Reese, what she brings on the defensive end and hustle, isn't really good for a team. Clark needs to start going downhill a bit more, to be honest. He's like, she can burn Mabry whenever she wants. Timeout. Good call, I guess. Was Noah that bad on offense? He was pretty bad. Not gonna lie, he was a pretty bad offensive player. The worst part is that the only thing anyone's going to talk about this game is how hyped Angel Reese was when Caitlin Clark got cheap shotted. Like, Angel Reese, like, this right here is all anyone's going to talk about after the game. Angel Reese stands up, like, after the cheap shot happens, Angel Reese stands up to celebrate the cheap shot. Like, that's all anyone's going to talk about after this game. And only right. I'm going to say it, only right. Like, it is only right, but you just know that the conversation is going to go away from basketball and it's going to become it's going to be construed as 10 times worse because of everything that's been going on. Because of the people that are involved in this. You've got the worst of every side. You've got some of the worst people in sports media talking about this. Like, imagine seeing what's going to be said on like Outkick or like Black and White Sports or something about this. Not professional. Cool. What you said before that? No. Like, this is actually the best. This is one of the best posts I've seen. Angel Reese is like when you start as a 60 overall in my career and you can really do is play smart, but you start forcing stuff when you realize your stats are low as hell. I hate to say it, but it's accurate. They're going to talk about the foul, the stats, but not the actual game. Yeah. Like, by the way, neither of Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese have done anything in the second half. Like, has Caitlin Clark scored in the second half? No, she's 3 of 9 from the field. She started off 3 of 5, I think. She still has 8 points. Or 9 points. 9 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. Like, she's had a pretty good game. Like, she's had a pretty decent game, I guess. The extra noise become annoying. I mean, you're saying extra noise. There wouldn't be any noise if it wasn't for those two players, to be honest. If I'm not gonna lie, like, bring back on Cardoso and Harrison. Is it Harrison? Yeah, Harrison. Bring back on Cardoso and Harrison. is just the Williams-Reese combo is not working. And it hasn't been working the whole time. Just get Cardoso back on the floor. You're going to lose the game. Can Harrison shoot from three? She looks like she looks more confident with the ball in her hands. Like, she doesn't look like there's a 0% chance for shooting it. Like, Angel Reese has not been good at all today. And Mabry will shoot anything, and she is getting whatever shot she wants, whenever she wants it in this game. Just attack downhill to your right. Angel Reese is not going to help up, and you can burn Mabry whenever you want. Oh, Nalissa Smith, that crossover, pull up. Oh, fouled? Did they call a travel on that? There's no way. That is a horrible call. Why are you going under the screen on Mabry? Why are you going under the screen on the one player that can shoot for them? What is... That is a shove. And Angel Reese. How is that a foul? Angel Reese shoved somebody and then missed the layup. She shoved Wheeler, missed the layup, and has 2 free throws. How is that? There is no way. That is a terrible, terrible basketball call. Unless... So what? She literally shoved Nalissa Smith, or Wheeler and Nalissa Smith, and it was called a foul on the floor. Okay, and then an offensive foul called on a screen. I legitimately think that might just be a makeup call. Because I don't think that was an offensive foul either. I genuinely don't think that was a charge. Or that was a moving screen. That's just a makeup call. But if I'm the Sky, I bring Cardoso back in this game. Just attack downhill. Attack downhill. Good pass. Shoot the ball, Boston. Oh, of course, Aaliyah Boston again. She can only shoot threes in garbage time. Mabry can't keep up with you. Just go downhill. Shooter on your left. You don't need to post up there. Cool. Oh, good pass, Clark. Oh, Nalissa Smith is like that. The game isn't on League Pass. I mean, I'm only able to watch it on League Pass because I'm based in the Republic of Ireland. Good double down. Not a good shot. And another board from Clark. They're running. Good pass. Wheeler to Mitchell. Oh, that is what happens when you run. That is what happens when you run. 6-point lead now for the Fever. I'm not going to lie. After the cheap shot and the Sky celebrating the cheap shot, I like the Sky. I think they are dogs. I love the way they play basketball. I want them to lose this game. I'm a neutral. I really want the Sky to lose this game. I'm not going to lie. I really, really want the Sky to lose this game. Okay, Cardoso and Reese. They're in the game. 5 minutes to go. They put Cardoso and Reese in the game together. It allows them to double down on Cardoso, though. And Boston's back in the... Obviously, Boston's still in the game. Carter is going at Caitlin Clark, is she? That's a big shot. It's a miss. And oh, grab the ball, Caitlin. Okay, Cardoso on Boston. And that is a foul. Probably is a foul. And when Caitlin Clark's able to push the floor, like, what is her assist total? Like, I know she only has 9. 6 assists, 7 boards. Like, she's stuffing the stat sheet. Not scoring. I thought she was going to have 25 today. But she is absolutely stuffing the stat sheet here. Boston's in foul trouble. You can't take her off the floor. How many fouls does Boston have? 5. You can't take her off the floor. There's 5 minutes to go. You gotta just pray. You gotta just pray. Reese has been terrible today. Just making a point of it. Like, Reese has been awful today. I don't think Reese is an awful player. I think she's been terrible today. Oh, good board, Caitlin. Oh, you're wide open. There's no way. Oh, Caitlin Clark has been cold as ice. Like, that was a play to almost ice the game. I will say it. I don't think Wheeler's any worse than Wallace. Okay, Mitchell. Okay, Mitchell. That's a foul, surely. 4, 3. Shoot the ball. Fade away. Aaliyah Boston. Oh, in and out. Good board there by Angel Reese. Cardoso has her sealed. That's a travel. And that's a foul. Jesus Christ, that's a foul. I could have blown her knee out. She got Delavedova'd. That's a great box out there by Wheeler. That's a really, really good box out there by Wheeler. Can't show the game. No, copyright reasons. Copyright's a thing. Heck, you can't even watch the game on League Pass if you're in the United States. Okay, Mitchell. Kick to the corner. No, Mitchell. When Mitchell plays off one dribble, she's so good. She's so good when she uses her speed. As long as she doesn't go hezzy tween, she's great. Two big shots, man. Mitchell, what does Mitchell have points-wise? Mitchell's been really, really good in the second half. I have no idea what she has points-wise because I can't see, but she's been playing well. Let's see what she has points-wise. Mitchell has got 18. Smith has 17. Wallace has 10. Caitlin Clark only has 9. But Caitlin Clark has absolutely been stuffing the stat sheet, playing defense. Anyone saying, oh, Caitlin Clark is me, an individual player. She's shooting a bad percentage. I'm not going to say she's been better than Alyssa Smith. She is running the show. So, like, even not shooting the ball well. Anyone saying, oh, she's like me, this individual player. She shot the ball 10 times. But yet, she has 6 assists and could have 10 assists. Probably should have 10 assists. For the Sky, the Elizabeth Williams-Angel Reese combination has not been working. If I'm the Sky, I'm putting Harrison back in the game. I'm running with Cardoso and Harrison this game for game. I'm running with that duo. Obviously, like, it's one game. It's not the end of the world. Diamond the Shield is out for the Sky. I still think the Sky are the better team. But when you're the Sky, like, even Mabry with 14 points, she is getting everything she wants. Carter is 15. Realistically, Carter should not be in the game. She should have been teed up for calling Caitlin Clark the B word and then gotten the second tee when she cheap shotted her. She should not be in the game. But it is what it is. You're allowed. And then Caitlin Clark, just an exceptional game of basketball from her. Best game Kelsey Mitchell has played all year. Look, Aaliyah Boston has been the 4th best player on the team. And if Alyssa Smith, Caitlin Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell are playing like legit 1, 2, and 3s, Aaliyah Boston being the 4th best player on the team is fine. That is fine. If the other 3 are playing like legitimate 1st, 2nd, and 3rd options, then she can be the 4th, and she's playing perfectly fine as a 4th. I know she's 3 of 12, but literally, there was one possession where she caught her own rebound 3 times. Like, she's got 4 offensive boards. 3 of them were on one possession. She's not playing as badly as the box score would suggest. Plus 11, you can see. Aaliyah Boston has played well. Aaliyah Boston has played well in this game. Caitlin Clark's played really, really well. Aaliyah Boston's played all right. Like, it's all about winning the game of basketball at the end of the day. And look, you don't need to have major points. When Nalissa Smith is giving you the guts of 20 points, when Kelsey Mitchell is having her best game as a pro, and Kelsey Mitchell is a literal scorer. That's all she does. When Nalissa Smith is playing like she is, like she can be a walking double-double. And Caitlin Clark doesn't need to average 20 in this game. And you know what? Like, that's a big thing for this guy. She literally shouted, "You B word" at her, and then just... She literally, just out of nowhere, screamed, "You B word," and got her. Like, that is... Yeah, that is mental. That is actually mental. How in God... Like... How is she in the game? Like, that is nuts. Every angle looks worse than the first one. Oh, good defense by Wheeler. Unlucky. Wheeler's actually done a really good job here on Mabry. Into Cardoso. Cardoso misses short, and Angel Reese gets fouled on the board. I don't know if that's a foul. That's a very harsh call there. So what happens? Oh, maybe? That's harsh. That's so harsh. That's so harsh. I get the call. It's harsh. In a game like this, it's very, very harsh. Reese 1 of 2 from the line. And that, like, look, if it's a foul on Nalissa Smith, then that's a foul on Cardoso. She did hold the left arm. It's still harsh, though. I'm not saying it's a bad call. I'm saying, like, she held the left arm, but Reese went through her back. So it's like, you just let whoever gets the board get the board. That's a big, big time bully ball play by Caitlin Clark to make it a 9-point game. That is some bully ball right there. She heard people saying she needed to hit the weight room, so she went bully ball. Big pass to Carter. That's back in the game. Like, they missed that shot. She shouldn't be in the game. Oh, that looks like a foul there. And if not, you better get back up and sprint back on defense. And Nalissa Smith is still down. Oh, no. Oh, no. She's back on. Oh, that's a cheap shot to Caitlin Clark right there. That's another cheap shot. What is this? Angel Reese just hip checked her. Oh, completely nothing. Oh, no. That was a cheat. That was a hip check there by Angel Reese. Like, she just... Can they review that? Oh, that is a cheap shot. Like, look, she knows what she's doing. How is that not reviewable? Oh my God. And she turns immediately and says something to her. Oh, that is... If you were standing still and somebody hits you with their hip, someone hip checks you, you're going to hit the ground. They must have a bounty on her. And, like, I would say, you know what, maybe she's just boxing out. But when she jumped up to celebrate the last cheap shot... Oh, like, this is a horrible look for the WNBA. This is a horrible look. That's a great trap. That's a great defensive play there by the Sky. And Carter, who should not be on the floor, has just got a layup to make it a 3-point game. Like, she's genuinely, like, she's shook. She is absolutely shook. And rightfully so. She's rightfully shook out there. Like, how is this being allowed? That's the worst shot I've ever seen by Kelsey Mitchell. How is this allowed? This isn't basketball. This is MMA at this stage. And it's worse than MMA because she did it unexpected twice. Caitlin Clark on Mabry. Mabry sizes her up. Good defense by Clark. Nice double by Alyssa Smith. Into Cardoso, making it a 1-point game. Just... keep Caitlin Clark as far away from the ball as possible. Use her gravity. She's shook. She's absolutely shook. Aaliyah Boston taking on Cardoso inside. On a triple pump fake, and she makes the layup. And one. How are you guys? How are you guys? Like, the mad thing is, if Kennedy Carter's thrown out of that game like she should have, it's... like, she should be gone from this game. Angel Reese 8 and 12, -5 on the floor. She shouldn't be gone from the game. That's a common foul. It's still a cheap shot. Sky don't score here, it's over. Yeah, I agree. That is one of the worst things. None of her teammates give a damn. Aaliyah Boston just stand and watched. Aaliyah Boston stood and watched. Ironically enough, Carter got more backup from her teammates after cheap shotting Caitlin Clark than Caitlin Clark did after getting cheap shotted. How many timeouts do they have if she gets trapped? Like, they've only got one timeout, so they can't. Although they do have the reset. I'm keeping the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands. Use her gravity. Get her off some pin down screens. Kelsey Mitchell's been pretty good. Get Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell in a 2-man game and just use Caitlin Clark's gravity. She's shook. She's absolutely shook. And that's completely fine. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, she's shook and rightfully shook. That's a... oh, don't give up. Did she travel? Oh, that's a terrible call. That's a terrible call. That's not a travel. That is an awful call. And this is where Wheeler, this is where you earn your money. Dribble the damn air out of the ball here. There's no travel there. Come on, Boston. This is where you got to take advantage. You know what Cardoso gives. Cardoso was your backup. Shoot the fade. Just put the shot up. That's also a foul on Angel Reese. Angel Reese just wrapped up. Why would you foul there, Wheeler? What is the point of reaching in? That is dumb. That is so dumb. That's so dumb. Why? First of all, it's not a foul, but that's so dumb to even give the referees the opportunity to call the foul. You were literally on a max contract. There's 40 seconds to go, and you foul at the halfway line, allowing them to stop the clock. Why? All you had to do was play defense and you win the game. But you fouled for no reason. You are on a max contract. A max. Aliyah Boston set the screen. Cardoso is not able to help up on this. Go downhill, Caitlin Clark, to your right. Keep going. Good pass. That's not a great blitz. And that is a terrible pass from Aliyah Boston. And luckily enough, there's not a turnover there. Oh my God. Smart play. Terrible pass from Boston to high-low. I'm staring at my screen. Mabry hits a game winner. Maybe. Honestly, maybe. By the way, I am only looking right now at my screen because everything's delayed, including the chat. I'm delayed by about 30 seconds. So I'm going to be late. Whatever way the chat goes, I'm going to be late here. But if there's any justice, Indiana Fever win this game. If there is any justice in the world, the Fever win this game. There is absolutely no, if there's any justice in the world, the Indiana Fever are going to win this game. They're going to get a score off this. Christy Sides is going to draw up a great end-line play. I keep forgetting Sachs is on the team. She hasn't played this year. Caitlin Clark will be inbounding this ball. No, actually, no. Sorry. Caitlin Clark run off a double pin down. Whoever sets, not double pin down, double pin down. Whoever sets the first screen, dive to the basket, and they're going to be open. Whoever Cardoso's guarding, or set the first screen. No, Caitlin Clark's inbounding the ball. Please, just give it to Aliyah Boston. Just give the ball to Aliyah Boston. Cool. Air ball. Of course, it's an air ball. All right. Do not foul Erica Wheeler. That's good defense. Erica Wheeler, you idiot! You idiot! You idiot! Oh my God, are you brain dead? Is there something wrong with you? Was that Erica Wheeler? Whoever fouled there, is there something wrong with you? Is there something wrong with you? Was that Wheeler or was it Nalissa Smith? It was Nalissa Smith. Is there something wrong with you? Is there actually something wrong with you? Why did you try to take out her knee? You not only fouled, you could have blown out her knee. Is there something wrong with you? You have fouled their best player in a situation with 6 seconds to go where she's not facing the basket even if she gets the ball. Is there something wrong with you? Thank God she missed that free throw. Is there something wrong with you? They have a reset though if they can get the board, if they score here. Put Caitlin Clark on the line. She's a 90% free throw shooter. Do not, whatever you do if she makes this free throw. Use your reset. Use your reset. Get it out of there. Good. There's justice. There is justice. There is justice, lads. There is justice. There absolutely is justice. And we're now going to break down the game. So we are going to break down this game right here. There is justice in the world. There is justice in the world. The Fever won that game. And this game was mad. It was mad. And I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to do an entire breakdown on this game right after this. But the first thing has to be said. It is an absolute... The Chicago Sky, as a totality as a team, were an embarrassment. They were an embarrassment to the league. They were an embarrassment to basketball. And the referees were an embarrassment too. Someone explain to me how this is allowed. How this is allowed. The referees seeing in plain sight, scream "you B word," cheap shotter, and then stare her down and say something after the cheap shot. And only give one technical foul. That is an embarrassment. That is an absolute embarrassment of a call. And then the worst part about that is the second the cheap shot happens, Angel Reese stands up to celebrate, and immediately after the timeout, after the referees are coming in, Angel Reese immediately goes and hugs Carter. Look, and then later on in the game, Caitlin Clark standing still, the ball's going in, Angel Reese hip checks her, and then immediately stands over and starts cursing her out by the looks of it, and saying something to her. The Chicago Sky team were an embarrassment. They were an absolute embarrassment. And also for the referees letting this stuff go. And then also late in the game, the referees called a phantom travel on Cardoso for absolutely no reason. So I'm not going to say the referees were like one side or the other, because the referees were just terrible. They were straight up just terrible in that game. And the fact that they went to the monitor and didn't throw Carter out of that game for that is crazy. And Caitlin Clark needs protection. If you are the WNBA, that was your showcase game. I said it. I made an entire video. Saying that I felt the WNBA should have, or not the NBA, the Fever should have pulled Caitlin Clark from this game because it was getting dangerous. And what has happened there? What has happened now? Caitlin Clark in front of the most eyes probably ever seen in a WNBA game. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the most watched WNBA game of, oh, fuck's sake, of all time. Hopefully my keyboard's not broken there. I'm after spilling a drink on myself, and that's how annoyed I am at that. That is how annoyed I am at all that. Oh no, that's not good. I need to get a towel. Sorry. Oh. But yeah, that was shocking. That was shocking. And I said it. Caitlin Clark's going to get hurt. She's not even expecting these. She's getting hit with her back turned. Like, she got hit with her back turned. Like, like what people are saying about the Joakim Noah situation with Markieff Morris. That's what happened to her. And it wasn't even thrown out of the game. Like, that is a suspension. That is as dangerous as Angel Reese getting chokeslammed. And Alyssa Thomas should have been suspended for chokeslamming a player. But then again, it's been allowed. The WNBA and the referees have allowed the players, especially the rookies, to be abused as some form of a hazing. They have allowed it. And all that has now happened is that in the biggest showcase game of the year, in the game that everyone wants to see, in the game everyone has their eyes on, their superb talent in Caitlin Clark was, and by the way, chat, no, that's completely ridiculous. I'm timing out for that. Because at the end of the day, like, up until this game, and not even up until this game, like, Angel Reese has done nothing but positive. She's been nothing but positive this season. Her play on the floor has been exceptional. Go get it, like, no, time out. There's no, I'm not making personal insults. I'm not allowing personal insults in this chat. I'm just not allowing personal insults in this chat. It doesn't help anyone out. The reason why, by the way, the reason why this happened is because the refs have allowed more and more and more and more and more. Contact, they've allowed more and more cheap shots when it comes to Caitlin Clark. And people went too far. A team finally went too far. And as I've said in the video a few days ago, the more they let away with in games, the more they're going to let people away with, the more worse it's going, or the worse it's going to get. And players have been led away with doing more and more, like being more and more physical with Caitlin Clark to the extent it was cheap shotted. And by the way, that wasn't the first cheap shot, her getting hit. There was a play where Caitlin Clark drove to the basket. Her left arm got like yanked. And then after the referee blew the whistle, Caitlin Clark tried to off balance put in the layup. And she just got shoved. She just got shoved onto the ground. So it's not like Caitlin Clark was cheap shotted 3 times in that game. She's going to get hurt. She is going to get hurt. Any player is going to get hurt. And if this was, the worst part is, if this was an NBA player, they would be hurt. Because the players are stronger. Any of those 3, the hip check from Angel Reese, the UB word, elbow to the side of the ribs knocked down, and the shove off while going for a layup. A player gets injured doing all 3 of those things in an NBA game because the men are physically stronger. It was an embarrassment, an absolute embarrassment to the league. And the fact the entire Sky team, and it's not just Angel Reese, it was the Sky team. Angel Reese was the most animated because she is just the most animated. Angel Reese is going to be, she's the ultimate hype woman for a team, for better or for worse. No matter what happens, Angel Reese is going to celebrate. She is all for her team. She is ride or die for her team. And that is one of the best things about Angel Reese, the basketball player. But in this scenario, she's just straight up in the wrong. She was straight up in the wrong. The entire team jumped up. She is not the... In fairness, actually, sorry. Elizabeth Williams didn't. Elizabeth Williams has her hands out like that, like, basically like, what's going on? But more than Angel Reese got up. It was the Sky team encouraging this. They were calling this is their physical play. This is their physical play, is to basically play prison league basketball. Not even basketball, to just play prison league sports. It was an absolute embarrassment of a game from the Sky. And like late in the game, I was saying it, talking about this game. I said, get the ball as far away from Caitlin Clark as possible. Do you want to know why I said Caitlin Clark, get the ball as far away? She was shook. She is shook. It's like she's now scared to do anything because she's going to get cheap shotted. She's going to get hurt. A fair play to Caitlin Clark for the post-up late in the game. But like, she's going to get hurt. And the league is allowing it. The league is allowing the biggest draw in the league to get hurt. In the biggest game of the year. This is the only thing anyone's going to be talking about. I'm not talking about the really good game of basketball that this was. And people are calling Clark a flopper. People are calling Clark a flopper. Of course she has to hit the deck because she's not getting foul calls and cheap shots. Carter stayed in the game and continued to bring them back in the game. After how in God's name she stayed on the floor. Like, it's an absolute embarrassment from the Chicago Sky. And this is a team I love. I love the Chicago Sky. I love how good they are as a team. I love how tough they are as a team. But there is a line. There is a line between being physical and hitting people in the back when they can't see it. There is a line between being Bill Laimbeer and being a physical player. And they went so far past the line today that the line is a dot to them. The line's a dot to them. And the fact is there are people defending the Sky in this chat right now. Are you listening to what you are doing? You are defending people trying to hurt people. This is not basketball. This is not sport. If this continues to happen, this league is done. This league is done. It's done if this continues to happen. Like, Caitlin Clark got hit with 3 dangerous plays in this game. Dangerous plays. Not only is she being hacked, she was hit with 3 dangerous plays. As the only thing anyone is going to talk about in this game. No one's going to talk about basketball. And that's where the problem is now. That is where the problem is. That is where the problem is going to be now. Is that no one's going to talk about basketball after this game. A game that is meant to be about basketball. And the Chicago Sky made it about anything but basketball. They've made it about anything but the sport of basketball. An absolute embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment they were. Clark needs to put some weight on. What amount of weight stops you from getting hit in the back? And also, by the way, Nalissa Smith diving at Mabry's knee was dangerous as well, by the way. That was incredibly dangerous. But that was bonehead, brain dead dangerous more than anything. Like, that is... Iverson had to go through the same thing in a pro league. Clark has to be tougher. How the fuck do you have to be tougher when you are getting hit from behind? There's no amount of toughness that will allow you to not be hit from behind. I'm telling you, if I went to Shaquille O'Neal, shouldered him in the back when he's not expecting it, Shaquille O'Neal will hit the ground. Do you think Shaquille O'Neal should toughen up? Do you think Shaquille O'Neal should toughen up? If you hit someone in the back, there is no amount of weightlifting. There is no amount of doing anything that will help you. If you hit someone when they're not expecting it, they're going to hit the ground. I'm not talking about by the way, I'm not talking about the Angel Reese one. The Angel Reese one was a hip check. The Angel Reese one was a hip check, by the way. The shove off when she's off balance on one leg is a cheap shot. Is like, you're not, what can you do about it? And then the Carter one is a hit in the back. The Angel Reese one was a hip check. Like, you're going to fall down when you feel a hip check. You're going to fall down. But my rant video's done. I've already ranted about this on video. It's already going to be up. So, yeah. We're going to see... we're going to be seeing the video right here. I still can't believe that happened, but we're going to actually talk about the game. We're going to actually talk about the sport of basketball. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do after that. I'm not going to lie. It is really, really difficult to talk about the sport of basketball after that game. But we're going to talk about it. The game early was the Fever at their best. The Fever absolutely at their best was that game early. But at the same time, the Fever couldn't make layups. They could not make layups. The amount of assists Caitlin Clark had, Wallace had 10 points. Wallace struggled to make layups in that game. She genuinely was like, at one stage, she had it for an open layup. Pump faked the open layup. Dribbled in, had another open layup and missed. And then the same thing happened in the second half when Caitlin Clark hit her for a pass off an inbound, missed the layup, she got the rebound. Like, Caitlin Clark ended that game with, I think, was it 8 assists? She ended the game with 6 assists. Realistically, if they could make open layups, like, Wallace missed 3 open layups. Caitlin Clark easily could have had 10 assists in that game. Nalissa Smith was exceptional. She was absolutely exceptional in that game on the offensive end. She carried. Kelsey Mitchell, when Kelsey Mitchell plays off one dribble, she's really, really good. She is a super, super player when she plays off one dribble. When Kelsey Mitchell tries to do too much with the ball, she struggles. She struggles big time when she tries to do too much. And that is the one thing I will say when it comes to Mitchell, is that she is a flawed player, but she's not a bad player. Like, Kelsey Mitchell is far from a bad basketball player. But I will say she is not a perfect player by any means. She is extremely flawed as a player. And I'd say that's the one thing I will say, is that she is very flawed. And it's hard to win when you have a player as good as she is, that does as much as she does, that is as flawed a player as she is. So yeah, look, it is what it is with that. When it came to Caitlin Clark, she ran the show. Caitlin Clark ran the entire show. She ran everything about that game. Everything. She was rebounding. She was passing. 4 of 11 from field, 2 of 9 from 3. She was cold as ice. But she did everything else well. Her best defensive game by a mile. Aaliyah Boston. Look, Aaliyah Boston, 4 of 14 from the field. Not representative in how she played. She hit some big shots down the stretch. That massive post-up to basically ice the game on Cardoso was impressive. She was good defensively. She rebounded well. And when Alyssa Smith and Kelsey Mitchell are scoring like they are, it allows Aaliyah Boston to just do her job, and it allows Caitlin Clark to be a point guard. And they did well. It was Erica Wheeler's best game. I didn't think she played well. An incredibly dumb foul. Her and Alyssa Smith, 2 incredibly dumb fouls down the stretch to nearly lose them the game. But Alyssa Smith, she's gotten back into the lineup and she's been brilliant. For the Chicago Sky, look, Carter was brilliant, but she shouldn't have been on the floor. Like, she shouldn't have been on the floor. Like, she should have been thrown out of that game. When she called Caitlin Clark the B word and then cheap shotted her from behind, she should have been thrown out of that game. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She should have been tossed. There is no excuse for her still being in that game, and that's poor refereeing. That is I'll come out and say that. That was very, very poor refereeing there. She should have been thrown out of the game. Elizabeth Williams had a terrible game. Angel Reese is not an offensive player. Like, I'm going to say this right now. Angel Reese, I've already talked enough about the entire situation with Angel Reese celebrating the cheap shot and then cheap shotting Caitlin Clark afterwards. No matter what she says in public, there's something. I don't think Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. There's something more than competitive rivalry there. And Mabry, I will say this, Mabry struggled shooting. Mabry got whatever she wanted on Wallace, whereas Erica Wheeler, all 5'8" of Erica Wheeler did a really good job on Mabry, who is the main threat. Evans played well. I thought Cardoso was the best player on the floor for Chicago. Cardoso is exceptional. Cardoso is absolutely exceptional. I thought she was brilliant. Like, that is as good of a game as you can expect. That is as good a game as you can expect from Cardoso. Like, she is the best big. And you guys saw there late in the game that how effective Cardoso was. And they didn't run with Cardoso and Reese at all. I know it's her first game back, and they played Reese 30 minutes. I think they need to look to that more. I think, like, Cardoso and Harrison, I thought was the best combo. I thought to do it was their best combo. But Reese and Cardoso were pretty good together late in the game. But at the same time, again, it's a game that's going to be completely overshadowed by what happened with the Chicago Sky. In that game. Like, it is. The cheap shots are going to take away from what was a good game. Like, Alyssa Smith was the best player. I'm not even going to say was the best player. She was the best scorer. I thought Caitlin Clark, even though things weren't falling for her, she was exceptional. I thought she was brilliant. I thought Aaliyah Boston. Like, if the other players are going to play well enough, Aaliyah Boston is very solid as like a fourth player. I thought she did a decent job on Cardoso down the stretch. I thought the game changer in that was Cardoso. I thought Cardoso was the game changer in that game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Camila Cardoso is going to be a game changer for this team. She's going to be she's going to be the game changer. If the Chicago Sky are going to go anywhere, it's going to be Cardoso that brings them there. Because she is that good. She is that good that it is going to be her that leads this team to anywhere in to anywhere. But at the same time, I don't see either of these teams being great. And look, the Sky fought back in that game. But it really was, like, Caitlin Clark was so shook. She's shook. She's actually shook. And the league have done nothing to protect her. They've done absolutely nothing to protect her. You're starting to be concerned with Clark's turnovers and poor three-point shooting. Tell me you didn't watch the game without telling me you didn't watch the game. Caitlin Clark turned the ball over 5 times in a game. It happens. It happens. And she just was cold. She ran the show. And at the same time, one thing I don't like about the Fever is Aaliyah Boston stood there and watched. Stood there and watched as Caitlin Clark was being bullied. But again, Aaliyah Boston's young. Who's their vet? Their vet is 5'8" in Erica Wheeler. Bring in an enforcer. Just bring in an enforcer. You might be saying, oh, there's not that many in the women's game. Heck, the Chicago Sky have multiple of them. Go and bring in an enforcer. Because she needs to be protected. Whether it's by the league or by her teammates or by her coach. Caitlin Clark is going to be hurt. She's going to be hurt. And it's going to be the worst thing that ever happened to the league. For everybody in my chat right now calling Caitlin Clark an overhyped player. Outside of not shooting well, she was the best player on the floor today. For either team. Defense was exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. She ran the entire show. She freed up Nalissa Smith consistently. She freed up Aaliyah Boston. She passed the ball. Like, she would have had 15 assists if... she would have had 10 assists if Wallace made the 4 wide open layups she gave her. And the amount of open threes she got. Caitlin Clark was unbelievable today. She was absolutely unbelievable. And the Indiana Fever were the better team. I said it throughout the game. That if there was any justice in the world, the Fever win this game. And the Fever won the game. Mabry blew the free throw. And like the fact is that they took the L instead of fouling Caitlin Clark. They took the L instead. That's how much they knew Caitlin Clark was going to hit her shots. They had no advancing timeout, I don't think. And they took the L instead of that. Like, it was a mad game of basketball. But I will say that it was a bit of a tough scenario because I think it's a horrible look for the WNBA, this game. I think this game is a horrible look for the WNBA. And I don't know what's going to happen as far as Caitlin Clark is concerned, because she looked so shook. After whatever it was after I know she had the post up, but like, when she was dribbling the ball after she got the hip check from Angel Reese, she looked so shook. And it's like, I don't know what the hell is going to happen from now on. I don't know how it's going to affect her long term. I don't know how this treatment is going to, in general, affect her, because, yeah, it just was not a good look in general. They had one time. Why didn't they foul? Clark wasn't getting defended. What are you talking about getting defended? That was nothing to do with defense. You can't get used to being hit in the back. For those of you guys that have never been hit in the back before. She takes care of turnovers she's having. You didn't watch the game, did you? Like, this is the time when people come into the chat that didn't watch the game. Caitlin Clark can do no wrong. What part of she was cold as ice? Don't you get? What part of me continuously saying she was cold as ice? She shouldn't have fell from a hip check. How? When you stand up, when you just like, for anyone who's never played sports, when you stand up straight and do not expect to get hit, and you get hit in your hip hard, you are going to fall. Just when you stand up straight with your hands by your side and you're not expecting a hit and you get hit with a hip check, you are going to fall. For anyone who's never played sports or never been hit in their lives, just know that. There's no strength. When you are standing up straight, your center of gravity is high. When you get hit low, When you get hit low with a high center of gravity, you know what happens to your body when it's like this? When your body's up straight and you get hit here hard, what's going to happen because of low center of gravity? If you're down low, you stand still. If you're there, you're going to fall. I blame Stewart for being dirty. What? Caitlin Clark getting creamed by the screen. I didn't say anything about that. That's a screen. That's a screen. That was legitimately just a screen. But yeah, I'd sit Caitlin Clark tomorrow. Honestly, if I'm the WNBA, if I'm the Fever, sit her tomorrow. There's no need for her to play. There's actually just no need for her to play. They're gonna lose anyway, and just make it a point. Make it a point. Like, the Fever just need to... How well do you think Reese will turn out? Reese will be one of the best role players in this league. Reese is going to be one of the best role players in the WNBA. She is ride or die for her team. For better or for worse. Today was for worse. She is ride or die for her team. She will put her body on the line for her team. She will do whatever the hell it takes to win. She will defend any sort of, like... Genuinely, I love Angel Reese, a player. I think she's going to be unbelievable. An unbelievable role player. She is, like, do not make this personally about Angel Reese. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She puts, you know what, I'm recording this as a video. So I'm recording this as a video because I know that no matter what happens in this game, no matter what happens from this game, the only thing that's going to be talked about, they're actually not even going to be talking about Carter's cheap shot on Caitlin Clark, because she doesn't have a big enough name. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Like, they're not going to talk about Kennedy Carter because she's not a big enough name. And I'm going to say this right now. They're going to only talk about Angel Reese. They're going to only talk about Angel Reese. And no matter what I've said about what Angel Reese did today, do not, and I mean this, do not make things personal. If you are making things personal about this player, about Angel Reese, because she went and clapped the cheap shot, or she went and hip checked Caitlin Clark afterwards, continues to trash talk her, then it's pointless. This is the best, for better or for worse. Angel Reese is going to defend her teammates. She is ride or die. And, like, look at this comment from this flight weed person right here. You are getting out of my chat right now. You are getting out of my chat. You went full Dave Portnoy. You went full Dave Portnoy. So you're getting out of this chat right now. And I've just kicked out the wrong person from this chat. Did I? No. So, in general, we've got to talk about Angel Reese. And Angel Reese is ride or die for her team. She is ride or die for her teammates. She is the perfect teammate. And sometimes it's for worse. In life, you want your teammates, you want people on your side to be ride or die. You want people to do whatever the hell it takes to win, to do whatever the hell it takes to defend their teammates. And sometimes their teammates are in the wrong like they were today. Sometimes, like when Kennedy Carter's in the wrong, Angel Reese is going to do everything to kind of hype her up, to change the game, to, like, bring her into the game, and to kind of make sure she's not too low. To think, okay, yeah, this happened. Let's all come back in this game. Even though what Kennedy Carter did was wrong, and even though how Angel Reese reacted to it was wrong, she's ride or die for better or for worse. Every single other game than this season, it's been for better. Today, it was for worse. And that is a good, like, as bad as it is being loyal to a fault, I would rather a player be loyal to a fault than be like every Fever player watching Caitlin Clark get beat up game after game after game and doing nothing about it. Even if it's not Aaliyah Boston because she's in foul trouble, or an Alyssa Smith if she's in a little bit of foul trouble, Can Erica Wheeler just cheap shot somebody? And I don't mean hurt them, but just let it be known that you can't do any. You're not gonna be able to do anything to Caitlin Clark. Can they just can they just sign an enforcer? Can they just sign an enforcer? Because as much as everyone is going to be criticizing Angel Reese, the Dave Portnoys of the world, the Outkicks of the world, the Clay Travis of the world are going to make this a negative about Angel Reese. They're going to say the exact same things as they said about Angel Reese a year ago. And none of it is true. None of it is true. Angel Reese wears her heart on her sleeve. She will defend her teammates. She will put everything out on the floor. And sometimes that will lead to doing things that may not be the right thing. And you know what? I would rather a player be like Angel Reese than sit there silently. Kennedy Carter should have been thrown out of the game. That is the referee's job. But at the end of the day, Angel Reese's job is to win basketball games. And what she's doing is going to help her team win basketball games. She is one of the perfect teammates. She will do whatever the hell it takes to win. She will put in 1,000,000% effort every single time. Angel Reese, for people saying Angel Reese doesn't like Caitlin Clark, I don't think anyone in the league does. And it's not a personal thing. I don't think anyone in the league that isn't on the Fever, including on the Fever, likes the way Caitlin Clark is being treated and that they're not getting the hype. They think they're deserving of it. And that is, again, something that's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, these are all competitors. They're all competing for the same 144 roster spots. They're all competing for everything the same. They're competing with each other. They want to beat each other. And they know that if they beat Caitlin Clark, it's gonna be huge. And if you're Angel Reese, you know that this game has a little bit more to it than that. And I can guarantee you the Chicago Sky knew that coming into this game. And it's a little bit more in a normal game between two pretty bad teams. It has a little bit more in it. And they were obviously overhyped for this game, and it just got too far. The referees, and I'll say this right now, the Chicago Sky today were an absolute embarrassment. I have defended this Chicago Sky team to no end, and everything I've said about them is true. They are dogs. They are dogs. They will outwork you. They may not have the most talent, but they leave it all on the line in every game. And sometimes they cross a line, and they crossed the line today. They absolutely crossed the line today. But I'm telling you this right now. Going personal at these players, and especially Angel Reese, doesn't help anything. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't help bring forward basketball. And that's the reason why I hated what happened today. Is the only thing that anyone is going to talk about in this game. The only thing any player is going to talk, anybody watching is going to talk about is what happened in this game. Is nothing to do with the basketball. No one's going to talk about how good Alyssa Smith was. No one's going to talk about how well Aliyah Boston played. No one's going to talk about how Cardoso was unbelievable in her first game. No one's going to talk about Caitlin Clark running the show. Mitchell stepping up when it was needed. Heck, Wheeler probably playing her best game of the year. No one's going to talk about that. But you just know the Dave Portnoys of the world are going to have a field day. They're going to be licking their lips because they can call Angel Reese every name under the sun. You know what? If you just look at video clips of this game and you didn't know anything about Angel Reese, you might believe it. You might believe it. And not the fact that Angel Reese is one of the best glue guys in the league. She's the best offensive rebounder in the league. She's one of the best teammates in the league. And obviously got a bit carried away today. What happens in the 40 minutes, what happens on the court in those 40 minutes is not a sign of who someone is as a person. And this is coming from somebody who, some of the nicest people you ever meet have been psychopaths on the floor. Like, I played the sport at an okay level. Like, I played top league in Ireland. I played for the national team underage. I coach at, like, I think it's considered a very low level pro league where I coach. I've fought some of my best friends on the court. I've been cheap shotted by some of my best friends. Heck, I've cheap shotted some of my best friends. But as soon as that whistle goes, what happens in those 40 minutes does not define someone as a person. And the problem is that you're going to see so much on social media of people trying to define Angel Reese, and they're not going to even talk about Kennedy Carter, who actually did the cheap shot because her name is not big enough. Because it doesn't fit the purpose. And unfortunately, this is a day that the sport of basketball is not going to This is a day where the sport of basketball is not going to get the relevance. The side today that is going to get the relevance is the anti-Angel Reese for no reason other than they just don't like Angel Reese. Just like there are times when the anti-Caitlin Clark, for no reason other than they don't like Caitlin Clark, will win, this time it's the opposite. And I hate it. I hate both sides to this. I hate it when you can't look at the basketball. When you don't even look at them as people. You just look for the reason to tear down one or the other. This is one of those days where the people tearing down Angel Reese are going to almost be justified. And it's horrible to see. It is absolutely horrible to see. And you know what? If you are a neutral fan and you're just seeing what happened today, you are not going to come out of this with anything other than this league are out to sabotage Caitlin Clark, which is sad. Which is really, really sad. Who's refusing to speak on Caitlin Clark? Angel Reese? Who is the real Caitlin Clark? Real Carter clip? Angel Reese is not a good person on the basketball court. She's mean, violent, and devious. She deserves everything that comes her way. Angel Reese is a Draymond. She's a Dennis Rodman. Angel Reese is a person you want on your team. Angel Reese celebrated a flagrant foul. I'm sorry. People have done it before. As I've said, she will be ride or die with her teammates for better and for worse. But this time, it was for worse. But yeah. You would not recruit Angel Reese. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Every team would want an Angel Reese. She got a GPA. What the hell does her GPA have to do with anything? What the hell does her GPA have to do with anything? What are you talking about? Like, what are you... Like, what? What does her GPA... You're just bringing stuff up. You're literally just trying to attack Angel Reese, the person. You're bringing up irrelevant stuff. Who cares what her GPA is? Honestly, who cares? Like, I'm pretty sure LeBron, who's one of the smartest people to ever play basketball, didn't have a high GPA. What difference does it make? Oh, Angel Reese. Either way, we're probably going to end the stream right here. It's getting a little bit wild. And, yeah. You know what? That was an interesting game to watch. A very interesting game to watch. So I will see you guys at some stage. Angel Reese doesn't recycle. Fair. Anyway, I will see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate everyone being in the stream. We gained not that many subs from this, but look, it is what it is. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and